Oh my goodness, chat. Can you see me? We back. A lot of technical difficulties going on right now, chat. Just bear with me, please. Bear with me. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. That's how they gonna do me? That's how they gonna do me, chat? All right, chat. Hold on. We back. We live. We live for real right now. All right, we live for real. All right, I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. All right, I'm sorry, chat. Forgive me. All right, I apologize, chat. All right, I apologize. Let's make sure. Is everybody in here? Everybody in here, can y'all see me, chat? Can you see me? Are we live? I'm sorry, chat. He said it still shake my... Hey, don't trip. It's going to be all right, chat. Welcome on in, my beautiful people. Welcome back on in. You here on the Golden Gemz podcast with your host, the one and only Relly, a.k.a. Maine, a.k.a. Mr. Wilson, a.k.a. Relly Gemz, whatever you want to call me. Please, 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 chat. Please, just don't call me Collect. All right, please, don't do that. Don't do that. All right? But anyway, chat, we got a lot to get into. So we're going to go ahead and roll the intro, and I promise you, we just going to go ahead and get right into it. My bad, chat. But we back, though. My bad, chat. But we back, though. We back live, though. We got a lot to get into. A lot to discuss. A lot to talk about.
Hey, we live now, really.
Hold on. Can you see me? Can you see me? Mama, we made it. Welcome on in, chat. All right, we gonna go ahead and just jump straight into it. I mean, ain't no need to sit, ain't no need to ponder, ain't no need to wait, ain't no need to procrastinate. All right, chat, we gonna go ahead and get right into it. I'm not gonna lie to you. We gonna go ahead and get right into it because there's a lot that we got to discuss today. That joint practice today, chat, we saw a lot. We saw some good things, and we saw some not so good things. All right, but the first thing that we're gonna talk about is this AI tracker. The first thing that we got to talk about, chat, because I told you today we ain't wasting no time. Ain't no time to waste. Ain't no time like the present. And ain't no time like we got right now, today. All right, chat, so understand me. All right, understand me. When I tell you this battle was real, when I tell you this battle was serious, when I tell you that this battle was one of them ones, today, chat, this AI tracker is proof in the pudding that they plan on our name. It's proof in the pudding that they plan in our face. It's proof in the pudding that at the end of the day, who they fooling? Because I saw our guy today throw a clear touchdown. Chat, I'm going to show you a touchdown that was so clear, it makes no sense to me why it didn't appear on this tracker. Chat, I'm going to show you this touchdown today. And to be quite honest with you, the fact that it wasn't on this tracker, it's a problem. I told you the tracker is not the gospel. I told you the tracker may just be AI. But chat, it gets to the point where they really playing in our faces. Because chat, I'm gonna just let this clip roll twice. And I want y'all to tell me, chat, is this a tutty or not? Because it said we didn't have no touchdowns today, and I counted two of them. And that's just what I can see with my own two little eyes. And I know sometimes I wear contacts, sometimes I wear glasses. But chat, I need you to look at this twice. Is that a touchdown or is it not? And I don't know what the hell he was doing. What did you cutting it back for? Just run over here. But the fact that he cut it back, maybe he ain't want to run into the ref. But that's a touchdown, dog. That's a touchdown. So if this is a touchdown, chat, if this is clear as day, and yes, that's not the best angle, chat, I understand that. We gonna get into a better angle, I promise. But it begs the question, chat. If that's not a touchdown, then what is? If that touchdown wasn't included on this AI tracker, then what is a touchdown? I must know. Somebody gots to tell me. Because at this point, chat, I'm just confused. At this point, chat, I'm just a little bit discombobulated. At this point, chat, I don't know why they lying, and I don't know why they playing in our faces. But from the AI tracker today, you can see it. Shedeur Sanders goes 13 for 23, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, according to them. Watson goes 12 for 17, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Dillon Gabriel goes 4 for 7, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And that boy Taylor Green throws a touchdown today. SO to Taylor Green for getting on the board, throwing a goddamn touchdown today. Can we drop a bomb real quick for that boy, that young man who at the end of the day, he ain't getting no reps. At the end of the day, he ain't getting no kind of reps, but that boy making the most of his reps that he do get. We got to give it up for that boy Taylor Green, because Taylor Green, you ain't get too many reps. But the reps that you are getting, young man, you are taking advantage of them. You are taking advantage of them, so we can't be mad, can't be upset about it. We're going to applaud that little touchdown that you threw today. And I ain't going to even call it a little touchdown, because at the end of the day, for you to not get any reps the last few days and to come in and get some reps today and you took full advantage of them, SO to Taylor Green. That boy is also in the background getting developed slowly but surely, coming along. So SO to you, my guy. I don't know what the future holds for you, but I hope it holds something for you, my guy, because guys got a plan for everybody. So I hope eventually you see the field one day. One day. But regardless, chat, let's get back to the topic at hand. Let's get back to the discussion. Let's get back to what everybody's talking about, because it's a lot of propaganda that was spread out there today. Even today, chat, well, really, you can't really lie. You can't really sugarcoat things. You can't really, say too much about what you saw and what you didn't see, because there was a lot of people out there today. So, chat, I got the clips loaded. We more than ready, chat. We are more than ready. All right. SO to Shedeur for killing the 2-minute drills today. You understand me? SO to Shedeur for killing the 2-minute drills today. All right. Deshaun Watson definitely, in my opinion, had the throw of the day. Deshaun Watson with the throw of the day. That boy looked crisp. For some segments. But that's the thing. It's the up and down. It's the roller coaster that we go on. But before we get into the clips, that's on me, chat. Before we get into the clips, can I show you the real tracker? Can I show you the real tracker from today? Because the tracker right here, this is the AI tracker. All right, this is the AI tracker. All right, if we're looking at it, this is the AI tracker. You understand me? AI tracker. That's what this is. All right? But if I show you the real tracker from today, with the real numbers from today, you're going to see a little bit of a difference. Because in our column, instead of that 1 TD, or 0 TDs actually, we got 2 of them things. So this is not the AI tracker. All right, the AI tracker, it is a lie, because the devil is a lie. Wouldn't lie to you, Chad. I wouldn't lie to you. But we got a lot to get into. And with us having a lot to get into, I want to hear from someone, a trusted source, who is actually there, actually in the building. We're going to go ahead and tune in to G Bush. G Bush is actually live right now. SO to my guy, G to the Bush. All right, I know some of y'all feel a certain way about him, but that's still my guy. All right, that still is a reliable source that we got to go to from time to time. You understand me? So we'll go ahead and get into what G Bush had to say about today and what he saw from his own 2 eyes. So G Bush, I need you to come into the front of the congregation, my guy. I need you to come talk to my people. I need you to come have a conversation with my people. All right, and then we're going to talk about it and we're going to discuss it after. But here's the real numbers from today, chat. Here are the real numbers from today. Because you can see on this one, they didn't give us our TDs. But I just showed you a touchdown from Shedeur Sanders. Clearly, it was a touchdown. But clearly, they didn't want to add it for some reason. But it's okay. It's okay. So, chat, we did throw 2 touchdowns today. Because that's an AI tracker. But this is the real tracker right here. And all this includes is our touchdowns. I just want it to be fair. I just want them to call a spade a spade. But G Bush, can you come talk to my people real quick? Hold on, chat. Y'all can't even see it. Come on, man. What are we doing? My bad, chat. There we go. I've been having technical difficulties since I hopped on here, but this is the real tracker, chat. They didn't give us the touchdowns on the last one, but on this one, we got the touchdowns. As you can see, one is AI. All right. One is definitely AI. And this the truthful. This the real one. You understand me? So we're going to get back into the tracker. But as you can see, Shedeur Sanders goes 13 for 23. 2 tutties today. 0 interceptions. Great stat line. That's what I'm talking about. Deshaun Watson goes 12 for 17. Not a bad day in the office for Deshaun Watson, but that red zone interception. Because at the end of the day, them interceptions going to start to add up, Deshaun. Them interceptions going to start to add up, and now you up to 12 that we know about. Because I remember some that they ain't put on that tracker, but we ain't got to talk about that. We got to talk about it. But I want y'all to hear from somebody who was actually there today in the building. All right, I know some of y'all, feel a way about G. Bush, but I don't feel no way about my guy. We got to let our guy G. Bush cook a little bit. All right, I got to give my guy to G. Bush the floor real quick. So, G. Bush, go ahead, tell him what you saw today, please.
Media people go out there, they could be clicking up. They got people over here talking to each other. You got people over here kiki ha, and you got people over here sharing notes together. When G. Bush go to practice, I don't share. I'm silent. I'm by myself, like Dolo. And the reason I go by myself is I don't like to hear none of that chatter in my ears. I don't want to hear no chatter. I want to see what I'm seeing on the football field and dial in to really what's going on. And I'm not giving out no free tests. See, sometimes people be wanting to run by takes by you. They be wanting to scrub their takes. They be wanting, well, let me see what G. Bush seen. I'm going to get ahead of this thing. Let me see what G. Bush saw. I'm going to get ahead of that. No. I'm over in the corner. I keep it pushing. I'm going to move over here to the lineman and look. Take my notes and keep walking. I'm going to go over here in the huddle with the offensive lineman. Let me see what we doing over here. Let's see what the defense doing over here. Let's see what we pulling up over here.
Facts. We appreciate that, G.
And so I'm watching practice as we move around. And they start off with this. Let me show you. I'm going to show you what they started off with.
Chat. We go get into our own clips. We're going to get into our own film session. But I just want to give y'all the real from somebody who was actually there. Somebody who was actually there and saw it with their own two eyes. Somebody who I feel like is not going to give us a biased opinion. All right, chat. So I need you to be patient. We're going to spend a little time with G. Bush today. We're going to let G. Bush dive and give us a little breakdown before we get into our own breakdown. You understand me, chat? So please be respectful. We're going to get G. Bush the flow real quick. So if you don't feel too fond of him, I'm sorry. But we got to let him talk. We got to let him get his take off. You understand me? All right? Promises made and kept. Ford got to get his redemption shot. Hey, you ain't lying. Because Todd Monken, actually, before we even let G. Bush finish, chat, Todd Monken today, he spoke after practice. And I believe what Todd Monken said after practice was most important. So actually, before we let G. Bush talk, before we let G. Bush actually finish, I want to show y'all what Todd Monken had to say today after practice. And he had something key to say. Because if this competition was truly over, chat, listen to me. If this competition was truly over, chat, Deshaun Watson would not, and I repeat, he would not be playing. He would not be playing. He would not be playing next week. You understand me? All right? But Deshaun is playing next week. Deshaun is playing on Saturday. I say not next week. Deshaun is playing this come Saturday. This Saturday, Deshaun Watson is playing. So I just want to show y'all a couple segments that Todd Monken had to say right after practice. I think this is extremely important. This is extremely important, chat. This means I got two. He still got a shot. I got two. Just got to come out here on Saturday. He got to cook. He got to cook for the one time. The one time for the one time, chat. Hey, Shedeur, can we cook? Shedeur, can we please go out here and do what we got to do? Can we prove all the naysayers and doubters wrong? Can we please continue to do that? Please. But chat, let's go ahead and get into it. Listen to what Todd Monken says about Saturday. Because chat, we got to read into this. Because if Deshaun Watson, if he really had the QB battle sewn up in a nice little bow, if Deshaun Watson really has won the job, to be quite honest with you, chat, I know it's a lot of propaganda out there. I know it's a lot of this and that. But if Todd Monken really felt that Deshaun was a guy, there's no way you're going to put your goddamn starting quarterback out there in the third quarter with some backups next week. This Saturday, I keep on saying next week, but this Saturday, Deshaun Watson is still going to play in that third quarter. And if he had the job sewn up, chat, if the job was really his, he would not be playing. So let's hit from Todd Monken.
Sounds like, do you think the ones got some good work and we're not going to see them on Saturday?
So he said, do you think the ones got some good work and will you not see them on Saturday? Listen to what he says, chat. Listen to what he says.
Don't anticipate seeing our older ones with it. I do see some of our younger players. I anticipate our younger players playing Saturday night.
So he said, I anticipate some of our younger players playing Saturday night. I don't see our veterans, some of our older players. So like some of players like Titus Howard, like Jenkins, right? Some of those older guys on our offensive line, they will not be playing on Saturday. You can't afford to get them hurt. So that's smart by Todd Monken. But listen to what he says next, chat.
Concepcion in Boston.
I'll just say I anticipate some of our younger players playing Saturday night.
How did you think just overall Shedeur handled his 2-minute drill there at that?
Listen, we're going to get into this 2-minute drill. We're going to get into this 2-minute drill because Mary Kay thinks she's slick. How do you think Shedeur handled this 2-minute drill at the end of practice? Because some people hating, chat. Some people hating. And actually, before we even allow Todd to get into that last little situation, before we even let Todd get into that last little situation, you feel me? We going to go ahead, really get into that last little 2-minute segment. Because that 2-minute segment is key, chat. The last 2 minutes that Todd Monken is about to answer, it was important how it ended because Shedeur Sanders, believe it or not, to end practice today, he did a hell of a job. He did a hell of a job, dog. He did a hell of a job. All right? So the first play, well, actually not the first play. Hold on. My bad, chat. Hold on, my bad, chat. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I'm trying to find a clip. But in the meantime, chat, we're going to let Todd Monken finish.
He did great. He started off a little slow, the first few reps he had in team, but that's to be understood. I mean, he didn't start the drill out. It's kind of awkward. We wanted to make sure we got them reps, but right in the middle of the ones, you sub in the quarterback, and that's not always easy, but screw it, spot the ball. Make a damn play. That's part of it too.
And then you gave them 2 reps with the 2s.
Well, what we had to do to even it is, when it was 10-7, is how did we make sure that Deshaun and Shedeur got, say it was, I don't know, with the 2-minute and everything else, let's say they got about 30 reps apiece, where Dillon would get like 15, and where we'd get Taylor, say about 6 or 7. I mean, that's what we were kind of thinking. So that means they had to get with some of the 2s. No, it's not easy. Also, you with the 2s, but otherwise, I'd rather have the reps and live with the disruption.
What questions do you still need to be answered before you can make that quarterback?
Listen to what he says now, chat. Listen clearly to what Todd Monken says in his next response. The reporter just asked him, what questions do you still need to be answered, Todd? What questions do you still need to be answered for these quarterbacks heading into next week? Listen clearly to what Todd says, chat.
Oh, I haven't looked at the tape from today, and we haven't played Saturday. So that's all still part of it, right? Just like every day is.
Facts.
Talk so much about figuring out what you guys.
Never. And I mean.
Oh, never nothing. But chat, we gonna go ahead and get right back into what Todd Monken was saying. But I got to show you these clips from practice today because Shedeur Sanders, he had himself a nice little day today, chat. So we going to get into some clips. I'm going to get back to what Todd Monken said because he had said something very key and very interesting, chat. I just want you to know, all right? I just want you to know at the end of the day, chat, dog, this quarterback battle, it's damn near still up in the air. It's damn near still up in the air. I wouldn't lie to you. Chat. I would not lie to you. I know at the end of the day, some people might say it's not. Some people might say it's this or that. But chat, Deshaun Watson playing on Saturday is a problem for the Deshaun Watson fans out there. Because if Deshaun Watson, chat, listen to me. If Deshaun Watson had the job sold up and locked up, this man would not be touching that goddamn field on Saturday. And there's still a chance that he potentially can't. It's still a chance Todd Monk can say, well, I changed my mind. But if he doesn't, I mean, this job's still wide open. Let's listen.
I think he was smart with where he was at.
Todd, Deshaun went first. You split the reps, pretty evenly. Do you feel like there's a world in which one of those two guys is able to gain sort of significant ground on a day like today?
Hard to say without watching it because it's.
You see how Mary Kay, do you feel like one of the guys had gained ground today? Mary Kay, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. Mary Kay be asking some of the questions that we probably won't ask. But Mary Kay, some of them questions, dog. Some of them questions, I just be kind of scratching my head a little bit. I just be scratching my head a little bit because Mary Kay, you know you be out of pocket sometimes. You know you be out of pocket. But today you asked a few good questions. So Ty, what you got to say?
You're living at the result, and did we get the ball out? Were our eyes in the right spot? Again, I made the mistake in 2 minutes.
So Todd Monken, you just heard him say he made a mistake during the 2 minute. We will break down this whole 2 minute scenario later on here in a bit, chat, because it was a mistake. Todd Monken called a timeout when he shouldn't have, and it kind of messed up the rhythm, messed up the flow of how the offense was driving down the field. But we're going to get into all that. I'm not going to really dive too much into that until I start showing you the clips. We're going to get into the clips here in a bit, but I just want to show y'all something that Todd Monken said, all right?
Again, before I see it, I won't comment, but I've been pleased with both of them, and I was pleased with both of them today. We're not where we want to be, and we don't have to be. We got a couple more weeks.
Is the plan still for Deshaun for the third quarter?
See, listen, is a plan still for Deshaun to play in the third quarter, chat? Listen, put your listening ears on, chat. The coach is always lying. Todd Monken potentially lying. He might just be lying to us, chat. But from today, I'm going to take him off his word. As a man, all you got is your word. As a man, all you got is what you say. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Period, point blank. So as a man, Todd, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to just, for this one time, I'm going to think you're not lying to us. I'm going to think you're not lying or telling a story. All right? Let's go ahead and get into it.
Deshaun will still come in the third quarter.
Deshaun will still come in the third quarter. What? Hold on. What did he say? Chad, did I mishear that?
Is the plan still for Deshaun for the third quarter?
Deshaun will still come in the third quarter. Shedeur will play the first half. Dillon will play the fourth quarter. Within reason. If Sean takes a drive into the fourth quarter, he'll continue.
See, Chad? That right there. Let's just pause for a second. If your starting quarterback, who you plan on starting week 1 of the regular season, if he's cooking, if the job is his, why the hell would you play him in the third quarter? With the 2s and the 3s potentially. Not even the 2s, because we saw Shedeur play with the thing in the 3s and the 4s. And a few 2s, potentially. It looks like from what Ty said, Deshaun finna get that same treatment, chat. I'm just taking a man at his word. As a man, that's all you got is your word. So I'm gonna take him at his word, chat. I'm gonna take him at his word. Because if he's truly your starting quarterback, what you playing him with backups for still? Huh? If he's truly your starting quarterback, what you still playing him with backups for? Why are you bringing him in the second half? With people who you know he really probably wants to see with. Because we only see Deshaun. We just saw Deshaun yesterday. What did Deshaun do yesterday, chat? Through multiple interceptions. Dang, that should have had 4 interceptions. Dang, at least 3 for real. When he was with the 3s and the 4s. If Deshaun come out here and he really go out there on Saturday, dog, Deshaun been throwing interceptions for a few days straight in a row. So I can see him throwing some interceptions on Saturday. That boy come out here and throw a few interceptions on Saturday, chat? That's going to have some people looking sideways.
Did Rudy give you any kind of...
He's in the third quarter weeks.
Is the plan still for Deshaun for the third quarter?
Deshaun will still come in the third
Listen
quarter.
one more time.
Shedeur will play the first half. Dillon will play the fourth quarter. Within reason. If Sean takes a drive into the fourth quarter, he'll continue.
So you see how he goes into detail well, within reason. If Deshaun has a drive that's going into the fourth quarter, we're going to let him finish it. That's a key component, chat. That's a key component. Because I've never seen in the NFL where you putting your starting quarterback out there with 3s and 4s. But maybe it's a part of the test. Maybe Todd Monken really wants to see, can you elevate the players around you? Can you elevate the players around you? Shedeur, yeah, he threw an interception, but he elevated them players around him when he got in, when he played against the Chicago Bears last Saturday. You can't say he didn't elevate the players around him. You can't say he didn't. You can't. But with that being said, chat, let's go ahead and get into some highlights from Shedeur from today before we let everybody else finish. But I just want that to sit with y'all because we're going to come back to that. Why is Deshaun Watson planning on playing Saturday? Why is Todd Monken still planning on playing Deshaun Watson on Saturday? Is it because he's giving both quarterbacks the same test and he truly wants to see the outcome? Is it because he wants to see potentially his starting quarterback go out there and win the job on Saturday and then see if Deshaun can potentially still, hey, do what Shedeur did. Keep them 3s and 4s afloat and put up some points or at least lead a couple nice drives. It looks like he's letting both guys take the same test, chat. But listen, if Saturday come and that man Deshaun don't touch that field, then obviously we know what's up. Obviously we know what's up. But let's look at Shedeur Sanders today. That boy was out there cooking, throwing ropes. Nice little pass over there to Wallace. All right, Shedeur Sanders today came out, chat, and he did what he continues to do. All right, that was one of the last drills. We're going to get into this. This was during a 2-minute drill, chat. One of the last throws of the day. Denzel Boston. I don't like how he went up for this ball. Not going to lie to you. I don't like how he went up for the ball, but at the end of the day, he didn't come down with it. It'd be like that. It happens. But nice little throwaway from Shedeur. Didn't look like a sack. This was during that 2-minute drill. Hit Fannin to keep the chains moving. So we seeing we seeing the good, the bad, the ugly. So at the end of the day, Shedeur, he had an okay day today. But he was consistent. Threw a few touchdowns. Deshaun, we're going to show a few of his interceptions. We're going to show really what he did. And then we're going to also get into this. Because we got Josh Allen out there. Josh Allen just throwing at boys who were just wide open. Josh Allen, it was reported that Josh Allen cooked today too. And look, you don't see nobody close to that man. Ain't no, what? It look like, boy, is it just them two out there? This is the second play of this drive. We're going to get into it because we got to talk about that defense, chat. We got to talk about that defense, and that defense looking a little suspect. That defense looking a little suspect because we don't got no depth. We don't got no depth. But let's go ahead. Let's get back into somebody that was there because G. Bush going to set the stage. He going to continue to set the stage, and then we're going to talk about the rest. G's, go ahead, take it away.
Deshaun Watson had a nice throw to start the thing off, right? Nice throw to Casey Concepcion. Right here, let me show you. Let me show you. This is early. This early. That's a nice ball. That's a nice ball.
Yeah, that pass. G. Bush, I appreciate you showing that. I'm going to show my chat. I'm going to show them the real angle of that, though. I'm going to show y'all the real. Deshaun Watson, I ain't going to lie to y'all, chat. Hey, that boy, he threw a rope today. He had the best throw today. Deshaun Watson had the best throw today. All right, but we know with Deshaun Watson. We know with Deshaun Watson how it's going to go, chat. We know how it goes. That man can throw one pretty beautiful ball. One pretty beautiful ball. And then you know what he can do. You know what he can do. So I'm going to show you multiple angles of this throw, chat. G. Bush brought it up. I'm going to show you multiple angles of this throw. Early on. A rope. a rope. Deshaun Watson early on today. That boy is looking nice, man. That boy is looking nice. That boy was out here doing exactly what he was supposed to do. That boy was looking exactly how he was supposed to look. But chat, it's not just about one play. Chat, one play ain't gonna make a break. One play ain't gonna make or break it, chat. You got to do it multiple times. You got to do it again and again and again. So, Deshaun, you had some nice little throws today. Let's look at the best angle of this throw. This was the throw of the day, chat. Chat, we're going to always get credit where credit is due. That's a dot. When I saw it, chat, I'm like, hold on. And look at KC. Boy, hey, that boy KC, that boy was out there fearless today. Against a potential Super Bowl contending team, that boy KC went out and showed out. He went out there and showed out. But Deshaun, this your best throw of camp so far. See? This is what Deshaun can potentially do. Deshaun can have plays like this, chat. He can. Deshaun truly can always have plays like this. Right? Let's watch it again. I'm going to keep on showing it to you. He can always potentially have plays like that, chat. Right? A beautiful ball. Beautiful touch. But then Deshaun going to come back and do some crazy mess like this. What? Because if we look at the stat sheet, hold on. Once again, our guy, we had a nice little clean day today. We didn't have, how many practices in a row where we didn't have interceptions? Yeah, we threw one in the biggest test. The biggest day when we had the biggest test, we threw an errored interception that shouldn't have happened. The biggest day when we had the biggest test, last Saturday, we threw an interception that shouldn't have never happened. But it happens. But Deshaun, you average. Deshaun Watson, you average one of these goddamn picks a day. You good for a pick a day. It's damn near only been 17 practices. You dang near for every day of practice, you got an interception. For every day of practice, you got an interception, Deshaun. And I heard that we supposed to be taking care of the ball. You a 10-year vet doing a practice every single day doing practice. Every day. A 10-year vet. And you good for one of these a practice. Before that throw, chat, I would have probably came over here and said, Deshaun, he did one of them. He had him a hell of a day because he cooked a little bit. But he also had some error throws. He also was a little bit inaccurate. So we're going to get into all the clips today. I got the clips loaded. But now I just want to bring this to y'all attention real quick. I want to bring this to y'all attention real quick. Because I've been doing my own investigation. Chat. Chat, I've been doing my own investigation. And I created my own damn near tracker. Yeah, I did it. With some help from the internet. But I wanted to bring this to y'all attention. Because this is how the numbers really supposed to look. Overall through camp, these are the real numbers. These are the real numbers, chat. You can fact check me if you want. These are the real numbers, chat. But we know them AI numbers. We know them AI numbers. You know how them AI numbers hit a little different, don't they? Them AI numbers hit a little different, don't they, chat? The AI numbers make it seem like it's even, don't it? Because we looking at the AI numbers. Let's go ahead and pull it up. We look at the AI numbers. We still cooking. But we know they don't count our touchdowns. So if we count some of the touchdowns that I accumulated, some of the touchdowns that I personally saw with my own two eyes, whose stats look better? Who's been taking care of the ball as a quarterback? As the man. Our guy, too, has been consistently consistent all throughout camp. Even Deshaun, with you having 7 touchdowns in a day, you still ain't got more than us during camp. And this is a fact. This is a fact. This is a fact. You still don't got more touchdowns than us. But we know what you do got more than us. We know what you do got more than us. There's only been 17 days of camp, and realistically, you got 13 interceptions. Because you know they ain't count one of them. But that's okay. Even with your 7 touchdowns that you got in one day. Even if we go by your AI numbers. Chat. Even if we look at the AI numbers, chat. Even if we having a real conversation and a real debate about it, if we really having a true conversation about it. Chat. Chat, come on, man. Come on, man. Who numbers you still take? Them 25 touchdowns, they look pretty. But if we look at the real tracker, we look at the real numbers, that's not screwed, that's not biased. Here we go. Those are real numbers for you, chat. You can do your own investigation. You can run back the clips like I ran them back. Because I just want to really dive and take a deep dive and see, am I tripping? Or should 2 have more touchdowns? Am I tripping? Or Deshaun Watson, did he throw another interception during that practice, but they ain't counted? And I didn't even take that. The 7 touchdowns, we didn't even take them off. The 7 touchdowns that you got in one practice, we didn't even take them off the tracker. We left them on there. So if we looking at it, chat, who numbers are better? Which quarterback has been performing the best? Just based off the AI numbers. Because even these numbers, they AI, chat. All these QB tracking numbers, they all AI. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm lying. But even if we look at y'all AI numbers, whose numbers still better, chat? Who's still been steadily consistent? Who's been taking care of the ball? What's the number one thing you got to do as a quarterback, chat? What's the number one thing? Yeah, last year they said we had 10 interceptions. They said we turned the ball over too many times. Right? But even if we look at y'all AI numbers, you can't hide the fact that this man has 12 interceptions. This man has thrown an interception damn near in every practice this week. The only day where he didn't throw an interception this week, I think, was on Tuesday. And that was a day where he went with the ones he didn't throw an interception. But chat, today was a day. Today was a day. You see that logo? You see that logo? You see that blue jersey? Yeah, that's a different team out there. And you still doing what? Come on, chat. Come on, chat. If Shedeur threw an interception, I'll be showing about 4 or 5 times. Any quarterback who throw an interception, how many times we saw it, chat? I'm calling a spade a spade. I'm keeping it fair. If I'm him, I wish this ball would have been batted down right here. That ball could have been batted down, but it wasn't. Probably would have saved you, but it didn't. Because that boy snagged it. And Shedeur Sanders, he had dang near one of them same throws. Shedeur Sanders had one of them same throws right across the middle, just like that, chat. You don't want to know? You want to see what Shedeur did when he threw it across the middle like that? What did he do? Threw a dot in between 2 defenders. Threw a dot in between 2 defenders. And this is a touchdown. Hey, chat, does this not look like a touchdown? We're going to let it roll. Chat, is that not a touchdown? Who close to this man? You see it ain't run. Who is that not a touchdown? From this angle. Yes, I'll show you the other angle where the defender is right there. But the defender met him in the end zone. He met him in the end zone. But regardless, chat, I didn't want to bring it up. I didn't want to show the interceptions, but I ain't throw it. You know what I did want to show? I just wanted to show this because this is the best throw by Shedeur Sanders today. Now let me give you to it. Let me give it to you in a zoomed in impression, so that way you can see it in 4K. So that way you can see it in 4K. So that way you can see it in 4K. Can I show you the other angle, chat? Is that okay? Can I show you the other angle, chat? Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds, chat. Give me 2 seconds. Can I show you the widescreen angle, chat? Because on A tracker, they said we ain't had no touchdowns today, chat. Chat, is that not a touchdown? Chat, if we being real, let's stop it. Stop it right here. It's all this space over here. The referee right here, so he don't want to run into the referee, but can he not easily like just scoot in right there? They said that this wasn't a touchdown, chat. Chat, is this not a touchdown? I'm asking for a friend. I just really want to know, is that not a touchdown, chat? Okay. Okay. Because if it's not a touchdown, chat, if that's not a touchdown, then you see, hold on, let's go to ESPN Cleveland, chat. Because ESPN Cleveland, they the ones who put out the tracker. Chat, can I show you this? Chat, I just showed you the touchdown. I showed you multiple angles of it. ESPN Cleveland, Bills versus Browns. It's a wrap. Here's how the QBs performed in 11 drills and 7-on-7. Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders split reps with the ones. On today, August the 20th. Where my touchdown at? Where my touchdown at? Where my touchdown at? Huh? So, chat, I dispelled and I told you that it was an AI tracker from the beginning. So, from here on out, he said it wasn't a TD. Cut it out, Jay. Jay, I just showed you. How wasn't it a TD? In a game, Jay, I'm not going to lie to you, dog. I'm not going to lie to you. In a game, with all that green grass on the other side of that field, baby. With all that green grass on the other side of the field, dog. You don't think he going to go towards the green grass? You don't think so? Do I got to show the clip one more time? Do I got to show the clip one more time for the people in the back? Hey, Jay, I think you might be lying to yourself. I think so. Let's stop it right here. Hey, it's him. They ain't even touched him yet. Why they still running? If it wasn't a touchdown, they ain't even touched him yet. Why they still running? The referee right here. He could have easily ran over there, ran into the referee, but he like, you know what? I want a little smoke. I want a little contact. And he still looked like he got an end zone. He definitely got an end zone. This is a touchdown, my guy. The referee right there in the way. We ain't got to run him over. We ain't trying to get hurt. All this green grass over here. All this green. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Stop it. I ain't finna mess with y'all and say, for everybody who said that wasn't a TD, you can lie to yourself. Oh, you talking about the 2 minute? Oh, okay. All right, Jay. Hey, Jay, I'm going to give you a pass there, Jay. Because, Jay, hey, the one thing I do like about you, man, you consistent. You consistent. I appreciate you, Jay. That's the one thing I like about you, Jay. You consistent. SO to my people in the chat, though. SO the band's new Browns. SO to Miss CP Lady PC 67. SO to BS4U Scoop. SO aka Scott for real. SO to all y'all, man, who always coming back and showing love, man. I truly, truly appreciate y'all always coming back, baby. I truly, truly appreciate it. I truly, truly appreciate it. I do. I do. I definitely do. All right? I definitely do. But real quick, let's take an intermission. I want to hear more from G. Bush and what he saw. All right, we're taking an intermission. We're going to get back to the clips. But I just wanted to show y'all a few things. I just wanted to show you how biased people really are. I just wanted to show you that. I just wanted to show you that. And then for those of you, actually, let's go ahead and do this. Because I feel like being a little messy. Let's go ahead and show y'all this. Y'all remember Dare Ryder, right? The Crimson Chin? Y'all remember the Crimson Chin? Look what he said. The Crimson Chin, he came out and said this. So before we get back into G. Bush, my bad. We're going to get back on track. Be patient. But today I'm having a little fun. Overheard the Bills defender say this is check down city. I will not confirm or deny if most of it came while number 2 was on the field. It was. Hold on. So first of all, y'all mad and y'all say he hold the ball too long. Then when supposedly he checking it down all day, every day, he checked down Charlie. Y'all saying that they don't throw it down the field too much. Because you said all he do is throw it down the field. Then you said, he'll know his reads. He'll know how to just hit the gimme stuff. Take what the defense gives him. And now you said, I will not confirm or deny this. Dare Ryder. Did we not get on this man yesterday, chat? We already know what side we got to make room on him on that Mount Rushmore. We got to make room on him. We got to make room for him on that Mount Rushmore, chat. Not going to lie to you. Got to make a little room for him. Got to. And then, chat, did you see this touchdown real quick? Because he said that he checked down Charlie. Well, on the Corley touchdown, I didn't see him check it down. I saw Corley go for about 50 yards, and that was a TD. And then on here, this is a design play. This is the other touchdown, chat. Is this not a touchdown, chat? Chat, is that not a touchdown? Chat, is this not a touchdown either, chat? Real quick before we get back into, all the extras. Missed tackle. Good blocking down the field. No flags. Look, even that boy, he do this. So those 2 TDs I showed you, chat. 2 TDs I showed you. Shedeur, he can't help. Hey, that's not really a check down. That's a design screen. That's a play. Hey, that play look familiar, don't it? This is what they used to run for Hollywood Brown over there when Todd Monken was the offensive coordinator over there in Baltimore. Yeah, bring that play up over here. We'll take it. Bring that play up over here, Todd. We'll take it. But, Chad, is this not a TD? It's not a TD? Even if he tackles him, he tackled him in his zone. Deny it if you want to. Come on, man. That was the second TD, Chad. I just want to show you that real quick. Because you remember the AI tracker I just showed you. It wasn't on there. Hold on, chat. Hold on. My bad, chat. That's me. I'm over here just talking to myself. chat. I'm over here just talking to myself, chat. That's on me. Production a little slow today, chat. I'm over here talking to myself. But, chat, does this not look like a touchdown? I'm just asking for a friend. That's on me. Does not look like a touchdown, chat? Even he do it. How come this wasn't on the tracker, chat? I'm going to show it to you a few times. And I apologize in advance. How come this wasn't on the tracker, chat? We just saw ESPN Cleveland. Is this not a touchdown, chat? Let's watch it one more time. Watch it all the way through one more time. Nice little screen pass. Missed tackle. That boy just dove at the flow. The end zone is right there. Even if he tackles him, where is he tackling him? In the end zone. Even that boy Concepcion said, yeah, that's a TD. Yeah, that's a TD. So, Chad, I just showed you 2 TDs, did I not? Chad, I showed you 2 TDs, but let me remind you. Was any of our TDs on this QB tracker? Oh, okay. So just always remember, the propaganda is still propaganda. Dare Ryder, we know which side you stay on. We know which side you live on. We can't win or lose, though. Even if the ref blew the whistle, that's a touchdown. Even if he blew the whistle, that's a touchdown. Cut it out. Stop it. Stop it. Come on, man. Come on, man. All right. Come on. They can play in other people's face, but they ain't playing in ours. Come on now. G. Bush, can you come talk to my people, though, for a second? What else did you see today?
See, here's how joint practices work.
How they work?
They running what they gonna run. And the thing is, early in practice, they're like, oh, no, you're not about to set no tone like you going up top on us like that. Absolutely not.
That's what they said, G?
And then they started ratcheting things down. As a matter of fact, they start sitting on that stuff. And you started to see that playbook revert right back to what I saw against the Bears. Everything is out routes. Everything is deep comebacks. Everything is let's sit down over there. Let's sit on this one. Let me run this speed out. Let me run these check downs. And for about 3/4 of the practice, I'm sitting there looking like, we ain't seen nothing over the middle. We ain't seen nothing in the team periods. We ain't seen none of that. Then this happens.
What happened, G?
Let me just show you. Let me just tell you what happens.
Tell him and show him, G.
Now, he tweeted this out.
Who did?
Daniel Fusi said, overheard from a Bills defender, this is check down city.
Dang, Chad, didn't we just talk about that? What happened,
let me
G?
just tell you something.
Who was really checked down city?
You didn't hear that just from one defender. You heard that from people in street clothes. You had a dude on the sideline that looked like he wasn't playing. And these dudes was demonstratively being like, this little check down Charlie stuff y'all got running, this is nasty work. The Bills was actually salty about it. They was actually salty about it. They like, bro, this is what y'all running?
See, Chad? And that's from somebody who was actually there. And then Darren Ryder can't make it up. Because they going to tell us what side they play on, and they going to tell us how they really feel about whoever every time. And we ain't got to do much. I will not confirm or deny. Most of it came on the number 2 was on the field. So you going to lie like that? That's a bold-faced lie. Hey, mind your business. One in, you said it right. Because Shedeur ball out on Saturday, the haters ain't going to be able to say nothing. But G. Bush, can you continue? What was they saying?
I thought we was coming in to get this work. I thought we was coming to get that work. Ooh. Y'all brought us way from Buffalo. We got in charter buses to come over here with this check down Charlie stuff.
That's what they said,
G. I looked around and said, See, this is what I was telling folks earlier. You can mask up a whole lot of stuff. Like it's trick or treat. You can mask up some things, bro. But what you can't mask up is when you go to practice and you seeing it against some other dudes and they're like, no, this is nasty work. Like, we're not going to do that. And they was loud about it, clowning the whole practice. The whole practice. Oh. Hey, and by the way,
come on.
People's like, oh, they was talking about, that was Shedeur. They was talking about, listen, I was sitting right there, right behind him, right there, right behind. Nah, bro. See, this what I'll be saying to y'all cats, bro. Like I was sitting right. This why I don't. How I move is what I do is I move around by myself. So I'm not gonna hear what nobody said. This person said. I'm only counting on what G. Bush talking about.
Talk to him, G.
Walking around Dolo.
Talk to him, G.
So at the end of the day, look, I'm just giving you that, right?
Check now.
So we look at the tracker. We even got to get to the tracker too much.
Wait.
Like we talking about the situation, Browns versus Bills.
Yeah, I heard my opinion on the tracker. I'm going to let G. Bush cook for about 2 minutes, chat. I'm going to let G. Bush cook for about 2 minutes. And then that's the funny part. Hey, Miss Gemini, you said it. G. Bush just debunked it. But you said it. When has Shedeur ever in his life? When has Shedeur ever in his life been checked down, Charlie? I'm asking for a friend. When has Shedeur ever in his life? And we talk about practice? We talk about practice? The only reason probably Shedeur ain't really throw that thing up like that because Shedeur is still trying to win this QB battle. The coaches told Shedeur, take what the defense gives you. Play on time. Play on rhythm. And that's what he did. I will not confirm or deny, but most of it came while 2 was on the field. Huh? G. Bush just so who lied? G. Bush or Derek Ryder? I think I'm gonna go with Derek Ryder. Cause we saw how you acted yesterday. Do I gotta bring it up for my chat again? Chat, do we need a reminder of how this man was acting yesterday? Is it okay is it okay, chat, if I bring it up again? Chat, is it okay? Chat, please. Is it okay? Chat, seriously. I don't want to. Chat, I don't want to. I don't want to bring it up again. I don't. But I want to. But this is what this same dude was saying yesterday.
Clock, minute 20 on the clock. They were down 2, trying to get in a field goal range. And Deshaun finished it off, was able to kind of take a knee and then call timeout to set up a field goal. With the 2s, Shedeur with the 1s, he had a situation where the guys weren't all set, and he snapped the ball to try to spike it to save time. And because it was under 2 minutes, it resulted in a 10-second runoff. And so basically you lose the game on a 10-second runoff. So because
you don't even know how to spike the ball correctly. This is the stuff that drives me crazy. All right. This is basic quarterback execution. And we're going through high school and pee-wee football with these quarterbacks to teach them how to play the position. It's ridiculous at the NFL level.
Yeah, and so that
it's ridiculous at the NFL level. Hold on, G. Bush, can I have you come back here? Can we chat? I think we gotta go ahead and rewind some things. Because yesterday you showed how you really felt about Shedeur. I'm not going to lie to you. During that 2-minute drill, him not being you really told us, so you showed a lot yesterday with just that little response. And I didn't even show the whole clip. And then today, I overheard the Bills defender saying this is check down city. And then I will not confirm or deny most of it came while number 2 was on the field. Is that right, my good sir? Well, G. Bush, can you debunk this one more time for the people all the way in the back? I mean, the people that's sitting way, way back there. Because I think they got to hear one more time. And I think they got to really see which side these dudes really playing on.
No.
No.
Let me just tell you something.
No, G.
You didn't hear that just from one defender.
We didn't.
You heard that from people in street clothes. You had a dude on the sideline that looked like he wasn't playing. Whoa. And these dudes was demonstratively being like, this little check down Charlie stuff y'all got running, this is nasty work. The Bills was actually salty about it. They was actually salty about it. They like, bro,
no,
this is what y'all running? I thought we was coming in to get this work.
No.
I thought we was coming to get that work.
I would have said the same thing.
Y'all brought us way from Buffalo. We got in charter buses to come over here with this check down Charlie stuff.
Wow. So if G. Bush heard it from people saying it, Daniel heard it from people saying it. You the only one, Mr. Ryder, who said that he was coming actually from 2 when 2 was on the field? Oh, I must be confused or something.
I looked around and said,
I would have looked around.
See, this is what I was telling folks earlier.
What would you tell them?
You can mask up a whole lot of stuff.
You can.
Like it's trick or treat. You can mask up some things, bro. But
because if we look back, chat, hold on, before I let him finish, if we look back to last Saturday, chat, who was being checked down Charlie in an actual NFL preseason game? We saw Shedeur when he got up there. He like, man, y'all ain't finna play with me. Boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna throw this thing. I'm gonna let this thing fly. It's evidence that you was checked down Charlie the other day. And then you check down Charlie again today. Even with the propaganda on your side, Deshaun, even with the propaganda on your side, it still can't hold up in court. It still won't hold up in court, Deshaun. I'm just saying. Even with the propaganda on your side, my guy, it still won't hold up in court, chat. It won't. It won't. But we're going to let G. Bush finish. All right.
No, this is nasty work. Like, we're not going to do that.
Work.
And they was loud about it, clowning the whole practice. The whole practice.
They was clowning G. Bush.
Oh. Hey, and by the way,
no.
People was like, oh, they was talking about that was Shedeur. They was talking about. Listen, I was sitting right there.
Was it Shedeur?
Right behind him, right there, right behind. Nah, bro. See, this this what I be saying to y'all cats, bro. Like I was sitting right. This why I don't. How I move is what I do. Is I move around by myself. So I'm not gonna hear what nobody said. This person said. I'm only counting on what G. Bush talking about.
Facts.
Walking around Dolo.
So
at the end of the day,
G. Bush said he out there.
I'm just giving you that, right? So we'll look at the tracker. We even got to get to the tracker too much.
But chat, hey, G. Bush, we already denied the tracker, but I want to hear because now chat, we finna bring it all the way back around. Because you heard what I said about the tracker. You heard how I felt about the tracker. Because now, if we looking at the tracker, G. Bush gonna give you his thoughts. And let's just see if me and him kind of think a little similar. If we kind of think the same with this tracker.
Like we talking about the situation, Browns versus Bills joint practice is a wrap. Here's up with the Browns perform team drills, 11 of 7-on-7. Deshaun and Watson split first team reps. Watson was 12 of 17, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Sanders was 13 of 23, no touchdowns and no interceptions. Taylor Green actually played pretty well. I thought he did a really good job in those little sessions that he got.
We ain't talking about
Well,
Taylor
let me
Green.
just tell you this.
Stay on topic. Stay on topic. What you got to tell him, G? Stay on topic now. Stay on topic, G. I'm letting you cook for about another 2 minutes. Another minute or two. They heard what I had to say about the tracker, but now I want to hear what you got to say. Because I just want to see if it match up. Just a little bit.
When you talk about the 11 of 11 and 7-on-7 periods, back to the competition. I don't even think, like today, there was not even no opportunity to catch nobody. This wasn't even no day, really, of let's go ahead and get locked and loaded and go throw for throw. It wasn't even that. I mean, I watched the period where basically a lot of Shedeur stuff, they had like a boot.
You know what they was doing with Shedeur? Chat, you want to know what they was doing with Shedeur Sanders today? Chat, I wasn't really going to dive into it. I'm not going to lie to you. But you know what they was having Shedeur do today? Dog. They out there just letting us hand the ball off. They out there like this, like we just hand the ball off. This is how the 11-on-11s went today with us. This is what, before we let G. Bush finish, I want to show you with the eyes. I'm just going to let the goddamn shit roll. Excuse my French. We just going to let it roll. This is what they let us do when we was out there with the goddamn ones today. And we ain't even had Quinshon Junkins out there today. And we just handed it off. That's what we came to do? That's what you want to see, Todd? What the what? And then when we do pass it, you're going to give us that nasty old rollout. But these was his first few plays, chat. First one was a handoff. Second one was a handoff. Third one was a goddamn handoff. Well, yeah. That's what we doing, chat. And then when you finally let us throw, this is what happens. We got to run it ourselves to get a first down. Hey, Shedeur, good job on that, though. It's second down. You know, second down about 6. You would have came close about 3rd and 1. Set us up for a good 3rd and 1. Good job, Shedeur. Look at Andrew Berry. Andrew Berry, like this nasty work out here. Look at Jimmy Haslam. Chat, look once again. Chat, I just spotted them. The ones over here, you see Josh Allen right there. The one, chat, you see it? I spotted him with my little eye. I spy who? With my little eye. I spy who? Look at Jimmy Haslam and Andrew Berry sitting right there watching the future. Look at Jimmy. Jimmy like, all right, that's not a bad run right there. Andrew Berry. Jimmy Haslam. This is the tools field. This is the other field. What y'all over here watching this for? Josh Allen and them boys over there cooking. Interesting. And that boy just dropped that. But G. Bush, what you got to say about them just out there handing the ball off? What you got to say about how practice really went today? Let's rewind a little bit.
Locked and loaded and go, even though there was not even no opportunity to catch nobody.
I wasn't no opportunity to catch nobody today because we just sitting back there handing the ball off. What? You in a joint practice going against potentially a Super Bowl contending team. And you ain't out there just letting your quarterbacks let that thing fly and actually evaluating them for real to see what they really got and what they can really do. That's because you ain't want to embarrass one guy. Deshaun Watson with that pass he had across the middle, that's probably the best pass he'd have thrown on camp. And they ass was probably surprised he even threw that thing across the middle. But G, continue.
This wasn't even no day really of let's go ahead and get locked and loaded and go throw for throw.
Was it not?
It wasn't even that. I mean, I watched the period where basically a lot of Shedeur stuff, they had like
handoff,
a bootleg, a couple handoffs, a draw. That ain't.
Chad, did we not just watch it? 3 handoffs and 2 bootlegs. What the am I supposed to do with that? Todd, that's nasty work. Todd, that's nasty work. Hey, G. Bush, can I use your catchphrase for a second? That's nasty, Todd. That's nasty work, Todd. Because, Todd, I'm trying to take you at your word. Hold on. Todd, I'm trying to take you at your word.
Deshaun will still come in the 3rd quarter. Shedeur will play the first half. Dillon will play the 4th quarter. Within reason. If Sean takes a drive into the 4th quarter, he'll continue.
Did Rudy give you any?
Okay. Todd, I'm trying to take your word for it, but it's hard. It's hard. Because how come you ain't let them boys go out there and really cook today? How come you ain't really let them boys go out there and cook today? G. Bush, why you think so?
No, there ain't even really no room to be moving. Like, and this is the reason I go to practice.
This digital calendar.
Oh, hold on, chat.
Makes it worth
Come on, baby. Come on, chat. That's how they gonna do me. Come on, that's how they gonna do me, chat. Chat, that's how they gonna do me. All right, let's get back to the regular schedule programming. All right, chat. I'm sorry, but you know they ain't paying us. I promise you that premium is coming. But I'm trying to be cheap. I really don't want to pay for it, but eventually I will have to pay for it. Because a lot of the clips that I do show is on YouTube. So eventually, chat, I promise you, we ain't going to have to go through no ads. But for now, we going through the ads.
That ain't there ain't even really no room to be moving. Like, and this is the reason I go to practice is because, see, I could tell y'all straight up. See, I done been a dude who's trying to chase somebody for a job. I done also been a dude who knew his position was safe. And the way they was moving today, it looked like everything Deshaun Watson was doing. Like they gave the air of, oh, he's safe. Oh, he good. It was just the energy. Today I walked in was going on the energy. And what I had already heard people talking. So when I heard like, okay, they're going to shut it down or not even shut it down, 85%, that's where they going with it. For me, I said, well, okay, if that's where y'all going with it, I need to pull up today and see if there's a legitimate reason why it's shut down like that. And let me just tell you the thesis statement. It ain't no legitimate nothing to be shutting nothing down. I'm going to keep it a buck before I even get to the other stuff. He's not let's be clear. You can be a coach or player or organization, and you can have a preference in who you want to play and how you want to move. That's your prerogative.
That's a fact.
But if you asking me, from what I'm seeing and from what the throws I'm seeing, and I'm seeing how things is moving, I don't believe that Deshaun Watson is outplaying Shedeur Sanders. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you.
Somebody said,
because the thing that we keep seeing that's magnified is we didn't already started doing this thing where it's like, okay, if there's a false start, it's automatically on the quarterback. What? Nah, it's called the dude false started.
Exactly. Because if everybody else on the offensive line is set, everybody else on the offense is set and they good, they ready to go. And then one guy, false start. How is that the quarterback fault? False start, number 78, offense. They don't say number 12. They don't say number 2. They don't say the quarterback number. They say whoever false started. So if he jump off sides, how that's my fault? How that's me because I can't get the cadence right. When it was only him that jumped offside and everybody else was set and ready to go. Make it make sense. But G. Bush, go ahead and finish this take before we move on.
Getting guys lined up. Bro, I get that you're trying to, that's the focus. Under no circumstances is lined up stuff bigger than interceptions.
Thank you.
It's just not.
Thank you.
You got to understand how this thing is working. Everything that happened is being, it's a way you can look at it. And I was explaining it earlier today.
Talk to him, G.
And I said, when you talk about quarterback competitions and this stuff, you got a situation.
Listen closely, chat. This is the last take. We finna move off of G. Bush because I got a lot of clips I want to get into. I got a lot of things I want to get into. But listen to what G. Bush says. I'm showing this for a reason, chat. I'm showing this for a reason. He was there. He watched it with his own 2 eyes. Because as soon as Deshaun Watson, you did a hell of a thing today. Deshaun Watson, you did a hell of a, when I say a hell of a thing, you did a hell of a thing today. You had one of the prettiest balls all day that was thrown. Had one of the prettiest balls all day. Right? We're going to give credit to what credit was due. This throw by Deshaun Watson, this is by far one of his best throws of camp. By far. Wow. Way to thread the needle. But Deshaun Watson, what G. Bush is about to elaborate on is this. Because this is what we see from you, and you're a 10-year vet. We see, this is the problem that we really got, chat. This is a problem that I really have. Because we see from a 2-year player, his stats and his numbers look like this. And the most important column, chat, the most important column is right here. The 4 interceptions. The 4 interceptions. The 4 interceptions. That's the most important column. Taking care of the ball. Being consistent. But with this guy, I just showed you one of the best throws. I just told you Deshaun Watson had the best throw of the day. Deshaun Watson had the best throw of the day. But then he'll also in the same breath do this. I would be expecting to see this from Shedeur Sanders, a second-year player who rarely got reps last year. I would expect to see this from Shedeur Sanders. But we're seeing it from a 10-year vet. He's averaging damn near almost an interception of practice. Come on, man. So, G. Bush, finish your take. Finish your take, because watch what he say.
Where you got coaches and they got a person who's been a veteran. All coaches lead toward why you think they always be like, oh, I gotta get a veteran. See, the veteran, what they do, a veteran can make you feel good about your decision. Because they're gonna say all the right stuff. They know the buzz phrases, they know the catchphrases, and guess what? They more like a coach than young players.
Yeah.
They know the game, they understand what to say, they know the buzzwords, they know, hey, when you get on the whiteboard, yeah, I'm gonna go look over here on the left-hand side right here. If it's cover 2 over here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at the squat corner. If the squat quarter come, I'm gonna look from 3, 2 to 1. But and I choose that. He's cooking. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh man, there was that. Well, I chose that over here. See, back in Tennessee, back with the Texans, I used to, Bill O'Brien used to call it XJY banana split on 2, and with over there we would read it from 2.
So basically, chat, I'm gonna just continue to speed this up. Basically, chat, what he's saying, and he's elaborating to, is basically head coaches and just coaches in general. They love veteran players because veteran players, they know the verbiage. They've been around the block. They know what they're seeing. They know how to articulate and explain how they're seeing compared to Shedeur Sanders. Because Deshaun can say on this play, I saw the safety drop down. I saw the Mike say, give me a half a split. He saw it. It looked like he was coming, but he didn't. He dropped back into coverage. So I ended up hitting the check down, and then he ended up going this way and that way. And then with Shedeur, he can say, oh, well, I threw it there because I felt like, he just moved over here. So he was an open guy. So I put it on him like that. Not saying that that's what Shedeur is doing or is saying. But a veteran just going to speak that language, going to talk that talk. But G. Bush, can you please get to the point and say what you're trying to say?
I need to figure this out. Where was that? What?
Because you showing the other angle.
Nah, bro. No, absolutely not. Where are we throwing?
It's triple coverage right there, chat.
No, absolutely not. Where are we?
Chat, this is the other angle. Chat.
Not.
Chat, this is the other angle, chat. Hold on, chat. Chat, this is the other angle of that play. All right. I just want y'all to see. It is triple coverage. My guy is getting double teamed. The guy is getting double teamed. This is the other angle of the interception that I just shown. And I wanted G. Bush to talk about it because G. Bush, to some people, he might be a little more legible than me. He might, he's been around the block. He's out there in Cleveland for real. But he's saying exactly what I'm saying. I showed you the dime from Deshaun Watson, and then I'm showing you this from Deshaun Watson. Dog, he is doubled. It's a man right here and a safety right there. Where the hell are you throwing this ball to? And then the linebacker picks off. The safety damn near should have picked it off. Not only, dog, the linebacker, this guy, he would have picked, he made a hell of a play, jumped up and took it. But if he doesn't intercept that, the safety, who's right here, behind Isaiah Bond, he would have picked it off. You see, this is the mistakes of a rookie or second or third year player. These are the mistakes of a young quarterback. But you have a 10-year veteran making these mistakes. And I don't see any of these mistakes from Shedeur Sanders. The only thing they got on my guy is that he threw a pass, and by his words and by what he said, the ball slipped. Which is not okay. But how many of these have we seen during practice from Deshaun Watson? How many? How many?
This is stuff I'm talking about.
Is it, G?
Where's the intended receiver? Where was that receiver? I don't know. As a matter of fact, you might see G. Bush. I was back in the back end zone, and I was asking myself, where is the intended receiver on this play?
Hold the wrist up, chat.
Because if you look back here, this is the problem I be having. If it wasn't him, watch this dude in the corner. This dude in the corner was cooking. If it ain't him, he has two dudes over there. Think about it. There is a corner here and another dude bracketed. It's 5 dudes in a. I don't understand. I'm trying to figure out where exactly was he throwing this rock. Where's the rock, bro? I'm looking for it.
Hey, G, see, you looking harder than me. I wasn't looking that hard, but you looking a little harder than me. But I think we both came to the same conclusion.
See, you know, this is the thing we talk about.
What we talk about, G?
And so, yeah, you got your splash plays, right? Yeah, you got, you know, the throw over the middle, but these are the things I'm talking about. And it's not like this is new.
And look, chat, look how disrespectful they was. They took this all they took that all the way to the other end zone in the middle of practice.
This once a practice. This is once a practice, my G. This is one time of practice. We talking about this.
Exactly.
But the problem is you're elevating.
Say it, Bush.
These procedural colloquialisms over why somebody under no circumstance. And here's what sometimes you got to ask yourself too.
Say it, G.
Here's what you got to ask yourself too.
I'm gonna let you get this last takeoff, G, before we move on.
Sometimes
I'm Greg.
Oh, we ain't trying to hear from Greg, chat. We ain't trying to hear from Greg, chat. That's on me, chat. Chat, I promise you. All right, at this point, the next time we hop on stream, the premium will be bought. Because they started pissing me off. Chat, the next time we hop on stream, premium will be bought because they starting to really take me there. But G, can you finish so that way me and chat can move on? Because I just want you to hit my point that I was hitting earlier. Because chat, I don't want you to always just listen to me. That's why I bring you all these other takes and I let you hear from just about everybody. Because I want you to hear the biased opinions. I want you to hear the unbiased opinions. And then I want you to hear the true and real opinions. I'm going to always give you both sides of the aisle. And I'm always, once again, always call a spade a spade.
Here's what you got to ask yourself too.
What you got to ask yourself, G?
Sometimes people going to have to find out the hard way by themselves. Sometimes people just going to find out the hard way. This sound good and that sound nice and cute. But when I was at practice today, I'll give you a microcosm of what happened.
Talk to him. Last take, G.
So we're on the goal line, right?
Make it good. Make it good.
Goal line, Deshaun Watson is in.
Mm-hmm.
He runs a bootleg.
Did he?
Harold Fannin Jr. is by himself. There's nobody within 10 yards either way in the corner end zone. He overshoots him by 3 yards.
No, G.
Next play.
Hold on. G, no. G. No, he didn't. No, he didn't do that. Hold on. G, no, he didn't. Can I show it, chat? Chat, can we see it? I mean, G, I didn't bring it up, chat. Chat, I didn't bring it up. G Bush just brought it up, chat. I wasn't trying to be messy, but I mean, G Bush brought it up, chat. So if he brought it up, is it okay if I show it? Is it okay? Chat, is it okay if I show it? I'm asking. I'm just asking. All right, but hold on. We're going to let G Bush finish, and then I'm going to show you exactly what he's talking about. All right, G, go ahead, finish.
All right, maybe they're going to give him an opportunity to get it back. Let's run another play. These dudes came with that jet reverse again on the goal line, and the Bills was like, stop it. Cats is like, what are you doing? Y'all think y'all could just run this every play on us? We the Bills. We Bills Mafia. Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me. I'm in the backfield. 3-yard loss. They run it back. They like, okay, now it's third down. Well, guess what third down was?
What was it?
We just saw it what third down was. This. This was third down. So that was third down. You see what I'm saying? So we're looking at it where it's like, okay, we missed a wide open guy in the end zone.
Mm-hmm. We're going to get to it, Chad.
We came back and was like, all right, let's run a reverse. I'm like, no, I don't want you to run no reverse.
I'm letting them chat. I want to get to the clips. I'm going to get to exactly what the hell he's talking about. But I'm letting him set the stage for you. Because even with them running the play to Harold Fannin that we're going to see here in a little bit, then the next play they come out with a jet reverse that they ordered and ran early in practice. It's showing you and it's telling you that when Deshaun Watson missed one throw, when he throws one interception, he's likely to throw another ball in the dirt or to likely throw another interception. Just saying. But G. Bush, finish before we get into the clips.
I want you to get back there and shotgun and throw this ball again and see what we doing. Nah, we're not masking. We're not trying to. No, like, I get that you missed a player. The very next play, I need to see it.
Mm-hmm.
They ran a reverse, get 3-yard loss. And then now we come back and you got that. See, my thing is this. You can't fool the fooler.
Oh, they can't?
You can't. See, we be knowing.
You sure they can't?
I'm a defender.
You sure they can't?
I'm a defender.
Talk to him, G.
You talk about one mistake. Deshaun cooked Shedeur today. Shedeur couldn't even release the ball in some plays. I didn't know you was there. See, this is what I be talking about. See, this is why you just be, listen, this is why I be sitting here talking to y'all and having a conversation.
Because
I don't do takes. See, a take is your opinion. I'm going to tell you what it was. Ain't no such thing. I have a take. There ain't no take.
Facts.
There's no take. There's no such thing as a take when you sitting right there and you watching what it is. See, it's easy to this is no knock at the end of the day to Deshaun Watson. It's not a knock.
Talk to him.
The same way when it wasn't a knock when we said, hey, listen, Shedeur threw an interception last game and we talked about it, right? See, the problem is this.
Get your take off before we move on.
Everybody think
last one
that you can have a take about something, but you don't know what you're talking about. See, when I watched the Buffalo Bills play, and let me show you what we've seen today, right? It was levels to it. It was levels to it.
And we're going to end right there, G. I appreciate that. But what he's talking about, chat, is real. Deshaun Watson started off the day hot. Started off the day cooking. Before we get into some of these error throws, before we get into what G. Bush was really talking about, I just want to continue to spam this clip. Because this is Deshaun Watson's best throw of the day. But what G. Bush is elaborating on, what he's talking about, is how in one breath Deshaun Watson can come out and do that. And then the next he's missing a wide open Harold Fannin. Then he's throwing an interception. You see, chat. You see, even a blind man can see what's really going on. Even a blind man can see the discrepancies, the real, and separate it from the fake. Even a blind man can see it, chat. Come on now. Come on now. So, chat, I'm just saying. Deshaun Watson, hey, before we get to the bad, let's show one more good clip. Let's show one more good clip. This was a nice little throw. This is that same experience. Casey Concepcion. Nice little throw from Deshaun. Nice little throw. But that's not what we're talking about, chat. That's not what we're talking about today. I'm going to get to the couple of the throws, the errors. But, chat, you got to understand how hard I fought to even find these clips. You got to understand how hard I fought to even find these clips of Deshaun Watson. Because even in his interception, chat, they almost tried to hide this from your boy. I almost ain't even get this one, chat. I almost ain't even get that clip. But you know what clips they did make sure to show me? You know what clips they did make sure to show me? And send me? I got two, just hand the ball off. These are clips they made sure I saw. These are clips they wanted me to see. Because on one breath, Deshaun, he's getting opportunities to throw the ball downfield. He's getting opportunities to let that thing ride. He threw interceptions. But we getting these bootleg rollout plays. This is where we at. This is what we got. And if I showed you the other angle, that was actually a drop. Dog, the ball right there, your hands right there. The ball right there, your hands right there. How you drop that? How you miss that? How you miss that? Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Yeah, he could have put it on you a little bit more, but come on, baby. These are clips they made sure that I saw. They made sure I saw Shedeur just handing the ball off. They made sure I saw Shedeur hand the ball off. They made sure I saw that. But before we get into these Deshaun Watson clips, chat, I just want you to understand. I just want you to know. At the end of the day, they covering that boy Deshaun up. We talked about it being check down city. We did. But chat, at this point, they really trying to play in our face. They really trying to play in our face, chat. They are. Real quick, before I actually get into these Deshaun Watson clips, I want to show y'all this. All right. It's somebody else who I believe you got to hear from.
I'm so annoyed. Annoyed is like not even, it's so underselling how I feel about the idea that Deshaun Watson may be starting for the Cleveland Browns week 1. And all of the decades of the Cleveland Browns embarrassments, Deshaun Watson taking the field to start week 1 in the year 2026 of our Lord is the most embarrassing thing that the Browns would have ever done.
I wouldn't say it's the most embarrassing thing that the Browns have ever done, but it's up there. But tell us why.
Because the guy has not been good for half a decade. Nobody wants him. Fans don't.
For the last 5 years. Remember, 19 games of 5 years, chat. 19 games of 5 years. Remember that, chat.
Want him. People do not like him for very clear, obvious, off-the-field reasons as well. He has not shown to be good at all. You have a guy in Shedeur Sanders who I don't even know if he's good. I don't even know if Shedeur Sanders is good or not because he has not really had much of a shot to show if he belongs on the field, if he's starting, he belongs in the NFL. And you are going to roll out Deshaun Watson seemingly just because you've paid him or owe him tens of millions of dollars when every other franchise in this position just gets rid of the guy and eats the money because that's what they do. And you're going to throw Deshaun Watson out there for what? From what, when all accounts of, from what we're talking about, this team, people are saying a quarterback away, decent quarterback away. Deshaun Watson is not that decent quarterback. There's nothing to show me that he is good, and he's not even popular within the fan base. There's literally zero reason to have Deshaun Watson out there on the field, and there's really not a reason to have him still on your team right now. And in terms of Cleveland Browns embarrassments, this is right at the top for having Deshaun Watson. Not signing him is probably top 5, and putting him on the field in 2026 is the top. I
just wanted to show that real quick, chat, because I wanted y'all to hear from somebody that wasn't me, somebody that wasn't G. Bush. I just wanted to show you that, because it seems like some of us understand that sentiment of why the hell we continue to play Deshaun Watson when he ain't been good in the last 5 years, half a decade, like he said. Why are we continuing to waste our time? You already paid him $200+ million. What's another $40 million that you owe him this year? What's another $40 million? What's another $40 million? I'm just asking for a friend. I'm just asking for a friend. Now, the passes that G. Bush was talking about, chat, the passes that G. Bush was talking about, can I just show you maybe one or two of them? Huh, what happened? Huh? Huh? Can we just roll this one back? Because like I said, chat, I don't mean no disrespect. Because Deshaun, we see you do this. We see that. We see that. But then we see this. And then we see this. Chat. Is he not? Who? Did G. Bush say he wasn't even more than 10 feet away from him? Huh? Huh? Come on, man. Chat, what we talking about? Chat, who close to that man? Chat, is anyone close to that man? Is anyone close to that man? Is he not wide open and wide open? Here go the next play. A sack. But we hold the ball too long. He been sitting there for about 5-10 minutes. Chat. Then we got those screen passes at the goal line. Then we check down Charlie. Dang. That was a flag. But Deshaun. Hold on, Deshaun, what was that? Chat. All I know. Come on, man. Could they be taken? Well, that's the thing. If they want to tank, why not just let Shedeur go out here and cook and just see potentially what he can do? Oh, wait. If we want to tank, oh, we can't push Shedeur out there because we actually might win some games. We actually might start cooking with this young core. So, Lady PC 67. Lady PC 67. Come on, man. We know why they doing some of these things. Maybe they is trying to tank. So that's why they throwing Deshaun out there. Maybe. G. Bush, can you come back up and here talking to my people, please? Can you come have another conversation with us? I think they want to hear from you again.
Pocket. He ain't retreating. Good protection. Running you by. Step up in the pocket. He ain't retreating. Step into that throw. Look. See, this is what I be talking about.
What you be talking about?
This pass is over top of a linebacker in between the middle of the zones with two dudes converging on you. And this is Malachi Corley. This not Bond. It's not. Listen, this is Corley. Placement left roll. They low-key should have had that a touchdown, but they had him down right there. But this the thing I'm saying.
What you saying, G?
It's not like people is acting like.
What you saying? They acting like what?
No, he's not. He's not. Let's keep it real. He's not. He's not blowing. No, Deshaun Watson's not blowing him out the game. It's not. But what I can tell you though is this. I see how it's looking. I see the interaction. I see how they moving.
Oh.
I done been in places before. I done seen how it is when you know what I'm saying? That's your man.
Oh.
And so like that, like the way, because here's the thing. Here's the problem, and I don't even have a problem with it. At the end of the day,
talk to me, G.
For Shedeur Sanders,
get it out.
What he has to do is continue to go out there and do what he do, and continue to get his game together, and to continue to prove, because he's gonna get a shot to play. But the thing I got is the problem I have with a lot of situation is,
what's the problem?
Is if we pretending that if Shedeur Sanders made them same plays, them same turnovers, that we would be cool with him. And
thank you. Because if Shedeur Sanders was doing this every practice, and if Shedeur Sanders was missing people this wide open, what would they be saying, chat? What would they be saying, chat? I'm asking for a friend. If Shedeur Sanders had 12 interceptions, this far during camp, chat, if he had 12 of them things, chat, what would they be saying? What would they be saying? If he had 12 interceptions and if his numbers look like Deshaun's, let me show you the real tracker. But let's just look at this. If you want to give him 13 or 12, it don't make a difference. Because, yeah, I added the TDs that we actually had on there. Yeah, I did. Sue me. Well, if Shedeur Sanders had over 10 interceptions, if Shedeur Sanders threw an interception today, if Shedeur Sanders threw this interception into double coverage, dang near triple coverage, if this was Shedeur Sanders throwing this, if that was Shedeur, what would they be saying? If this was Shedeur, what would they be saying? He doesn't belong in the NFL. He's a 5th-round pick. They need to cut him. He's lucky they didn't cut him last year. Huh? Have we seen any highlights like this? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. 26 is, hey, the 26 is real. Because if we count the interceptions, because remember, Deshaun Watson had 7 touchdowns in one day. Remember that. Don't forget that. Deshaun Watson had 7 touchdowns in one day. Remember that. All right? That's all. I just want you to remember Deshaun Watson had 12 touchdowns in one day. But with those 12 touchdowns in one day, chat, I told you, this is not the AI tracker. It's not. Going into today, these was the stats before today. These were the stats before today. I could have made that. My little sister, who's about 6 or 7, because Pops is a Rolling Stone. He's still out here cooking, if you know what I mean. My little sister could have made that throw. But these were the stats going into today. These were the AI tracker stats going into today. Until we added a few touchdowns to Oz. These are the stats going into today from the AI tracker. It just look a little better. But these are those stats. If Shedeur Sanders had over 10 interceptions right now during training camp, what would they say? What would they say? Because we threw that one interception during the Bears preseason game, we gave him something to talk about. But I'm going to let G. Bush finish, and then we're going to continue. Because he finna make a good point. Listen.
People is capping. Actually, it's a bold-faced lie. Keep it real with you.
They ain't lying.
Listen, think about this.
We thinking.
If you just simply flip the numbers and just said, flip them,
right?
And say, give Shedeur Deshaun's numbers and then give Deshaun Shedeur's numbers, vice versa. If you just flip them,
I'm listening.
We would take a look at it and say Shedeur's a turnover machine.
You talking about numbers that look like this? Hold on, G. You talking about these numbers? Because these ain't my AI numbers, right, chat? Hold on, right? You know, I told you I did some investigation. People posting it on Twitter now. People out here posting it on Twitter, right? These are real numbers. But if we look at these numbers, right? If we look at the numbers from ESPN Cleveland on today, from all days of training camp, G. Bush, what would they say? G. Bush, what would they say?
Look at it and say Shedeur's a turnover machine.
No.
And we can't, he has to play clean football. He can't turn the football over. He has to protect the football.
No.
But we don't keep that same energy. Let's just be clear with you. I'm going to be honest with you. There was all 3 quarterbacks had a strip fumble, right? All 3 quarterbacks had a turnover. Dillon, Shedeur, and Deshaun.
Yeah, they all had turnovers. I remember that. They ain't have a strip fumble, but they all had turnovers.
You gonna hear about Shedeur's turnover. You gonna hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't excuse none of them. All 3 of them had a turnover.
We did.
But the part that we doing right now is we acting as if Shedeur was not turning the football over like that, we would have no, absolutely not. People would be up in arms. They would already disqualify them. So for me, that's the only part of that you can say, hey, listen, I like Deshaun. I like what he can do. I think he's a little bit ahead of Shedeur in terms of understanding what Coach Munkin wants to do. Fine, you can say that. No problem.
Right.
I've given credit where credit is due plenty of times. I still can give credit where credit. I thought he had a nice couple of drives and figured it out. But here's the point. Let's not act like people, if it was opposite way around, they wouldn't keep that same energy.
And we know that. Because if roles were reversed, if the shoe was on the other foot, if Deshaun had Shedeur numbers thus far during camp, from y'all AI numbers. Remember the 7 touchdowns from Deshaun Watson. Remember that 7 touchdowns in one day. But you still got him. You can't have them interceptions. Deshaun Watson has half of their interceptions, chat. He has staying there. How many? Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Yeah, they using that Cleveland. Hey, they use a SO to Nate Ward's. I can't say your name, but SO to you, my guy. They using that Cleveland math curve. They is. But if you flip those two numbers, what would they say? Oh. G. Bush, you made such a good point. I want you to continue to cook. Talk to my people.
So my thing is,
what's your thing?
Hey,
what?
If the Cleveland Browns want to play Deshaun Watson,
let them.
That is on the coach. That's their prerogative.
Yep.
Here's what Shedeur.
This might be the only delivery service that actually feels.
Oh my goodness, chat. They at this point they just want to continue to play with us. At this point they just want to continue to play with us. Hold on, chat. We're gonna let G. Bush finish cooking. We gonna let him finish cooking. But you see how YouTube they really play with your boy now. But it's okay. They don't want me to cook either. They don't want me to give y'all these gems. It's all right.
Deshaun Watson. That is on the coach. That's their prerogative.
Yeah, if they want to play him, that's on them.
Here's what Shedeur Sanders has to understand.
Yep. What do you got?
And where I think here's where his opportunity is.
Where's that?
What they want, what people want to do, and this is how it is with coaches. Let me just let you know, because I tend to be one of these type of people.
Talk to me, G.
When I was coming up, and I'm only going to give you a quick story about myself. It is what it is. You may not like it or love it, but this is how I process the information.
G, we appreciate that. We appreciate that. But it ain't story time, big fella. It ain't story time, so I'm going to go ahead and get to the point that he was trying to make. I'm going to bring you back up. Go ahead, G. Now tell him your point.
That I wasn't on the travel squad.
You wasn't
happened to be one of the freshmen. I came in offensive line. His name is Dennis Thompson.
Okay.
Shout out to Dennis Thompson. He's a great financial advisor. He makes a bunch of money. I think he's a hedge fund guy or whatever. But he gets to go. He's from Akron. I'm from Canton. I'm like, man, they got this dude on the travel squad.
Man.
And you know what? I said, bro.
Bro, what?
Dad, I don't like how this is moving.
Mm-hmm.
I put all that work in.
Man,
I know I'm better.
Man.
I know I'm cooking.
Man.
He says, you know what? He said, don't try to beat somebody else out. It is what it is. Just go to work. And I said, cool, say less. And you know what I did? Every day in practice. This ain't got nothing to do with Shedeur half the time. But what I say, you know what I'm going to do?
What you do?
Every day in practice, they're going to pay for not playing me. Every single day, you're going to pay for not playing me. I'm going to play. I'm going to be, your game going to be easy for y'all. You know what they did? They say, G. Bush, we want you to be on scout team. Give these guys a look. I said, say less. I said, I need to be the best player. Who's the best player on the team we playing this week? They said, this is his linebacker right here. I said, I'm playing linebacker in this week. All week. I guarantee y'all don't score. It got to a point. They say, you playing too hard. You're roughing our guys up. I said, that's not my concern. You should have thought about that when you decided not to play me. So
Exactly. So now wrap it up, G.
So every Tuesday, those are my games. To play on Tuesday, we cooking them. The other is because for that moment, they said, because this guy right here is better than all the people we got on our defense, and we just want to see him play in a real game. So they had to create a scrimmage so we could play in a real game to see the up-and-coming guys that we pulled up. Now, you say, G. Bush, come on, bro. You talk about Shedeur Sanders. You lost me at that. You always talking about this stuff. What does this mean? Come on.
Talk to him, G.
Well, this means this.
What it mean?
Shedeur Sanders is going to get an opportunity to play.
We know that.
And from what I've seen, and I'm glad I went to camp. I saw Bucky today. Shout out to Bucky today. The thing that I see is he has worked his butt off, and he has gotten better at all of the things that they asked him to do. He has gotten better at pocket presence. He has gotten better at understanding concepts. He has gotten better at getting to the line of scrimmage and calling his plays.
So now we're going to just cut it off right there. Because, chat, we just had this same conversation, did we not, yesterday or the day before? He's gotten better. He's actually being developed. But we going to let them at this point, chat, at this point, we're going to let them try Deshaun out there. Because G. Bush just said it as plain as day. We see what they're doing. We see what's going on. We see the lies that's being spilled, that's being told. We see it. We see it. We see it as clear as day. Because once again, let me show this one more time, chat. When we go out there with the ones, when we go out there and it's our time to cook, today, they had us just handing the goddamn ball off. They had us just handing the ball off. They had us just handing the ball off. But we see Deshaun during this same period. During this same period, he letting that thing fly. He letting that thing fly. But they got us handing the ball off. But that's the thing. They wanted the Deshaun Watson to continue to cook. Right? But when he started cooking, he started doing that. When he started cooking, he started doing this. When he started cooking, he even do this. So, what Shedeur just got to continue to do, what number 2 just got to continue to do, is exactly what he's been doing. Is exactly what he's been doing. Got to keep working. And just like we waited last year for our time, we're going to sit back and we're going to wait this year. But I just hope when he get in, we get a healthy Casey Concepcion. We get a healthy Denzel Boston. We get a healthy Quinchon Junkins. We get a healthy Harold Fannin. Dillon Sampson. We get them boys when they healthy. Shedeur is a young, talented player. Unproven. Has a higher ceiling than this 5-year player who you already gave $200 million to. And this is what y'all want to see? Y'all want to see him throwing interceptions, being inconsistent, throwing balls in the dirt? Y'all want to see him out here with the nastiest work imaginable? Come on now. But G. Bush, can you come back in front? Tell my people what Shedeur got to continue to do. Tell him, hey, he just got to keep cooking.
And he has gotten better at a lot of different things that a lot of people don't have the opportunity to see. Mm-hmm. Well, guess what, Shedeur? This your opportunity coming up on Saturday. You can't control what coach going to say. You can't control when coach play you, but you can control the energy, effort, intensity that you play with, and that energy, you go out there and you cook. You go out there and you make sure that everybody understand that you could keep 2 off the field for a little bit. You could keep 2 off the field for a hot second. You might be delaying 2, but under no circumstances is 2 about to go out quietly. And by the way, give them a little preview of what to expect when you do get in. Because the reality of the situation is make them pay.
Yeah.
It don't got to be arrogant. It don't got to be divisive. Don't sit up here and act like I'm telling Shedeur Sanders to go in there and put a torch. No, what I'm saying to him is go out and even when you think somebody done told you a competition is over, the competition is never between you and another person. That competition is between you, yourself, and I. My standard is here. I don't give a you know what about what nobody else's standard is. And every time you get an opportunity, remember, you go out, you play to the fullest capabilities. I don't got to tell you that.
Talk to him.
But what we want to see is you come out there and put that energy on display. You go out and put that energy on display and make sure that when guess what? When they leave the game, they say, well, doggone it. You need to let's act like he wasn't cooking. Let's not act. Boy, he was out there. Did you see him?
Period. And that's what 2 got to do. Because Cleveland, they ain't serious. They already punted the season before it started trading Myles Garrett. We understand that. But what I don't understand, if you're going to trade Myles Garrett, if you're going to start this young movement, if you had a great draft last year, where you grabbed, once again, to reiterate, you grabbed the Mason Graham. You grabbed a Harold Fannin, a Carson Schlesinger, a Shedeur Sanders, a Quinshon Junkins. This year, you grabbed a Casey Concepcion, a Denzel Boston, a Fano, Warren, who's going to be nice for that defense. You grab all these young players, all these young guys. What the are we still looking backwards for? What are we still waiting on? What are we waiting on? Because at this point, Cleveland, if Shedeur had the power, I would damn near tell him, hey, just go ahead and get up out of Cleveland, baby. Go ahead, let's request a trade and get up out of here. But we ain't. But at this point, it's disrespectful. Because if you're going to trade Myles Garrett, if you're going to already punt the season away like some people are saying, then what we sitting around waiting for? What are we sitting around pondering for? What are we sitting around twiddling our thumbs for when we know what Deshaun Watson is? What's the point? What's the point? The man has played 19 games in 5 years. $19 games in 5 years. Todd Monken, if you're going to come in one breath and you're going to say all this about Shedeur,
believe in their ability to make plays, and believe in their ability for each player is different. Guys that want to extend plays and want to make plays and believe in their ability to make plays are going to hold it longer. Be it Lamar, be it Ben Roethlisberger, be it Shedeur, because they are elite playmakers. You've seen it. Now, where that sweet spot is, I don't know. And the only way to get better at it is to have the consequences of it. You don't feel it out here nearly as much as a game, right? You get out there, it's like, all right, shoot, we got to get rid of the ball. We just took a sack. It took us out of a drive, right? So that's with the being able to play and be able to have those consequences of turnovers, holding the ball too long, right? You got to have that offset. With Lamar, the benefit outweighs the the amount of times he ends up taking a sack because he makes so many plays. Ben Roethlisberger the same way. I believe Shedeur has that in him.
So if you believe he has that in him, then Ty, what is we still playing for? What we still waiting around for? If you're going to still play Deshaun, as you say, on Saturday.
Still come in the third quarter. Shedeur will play the first half. Dillon will play the fourth quarter within reason. If Sean takes the drive into the fourth quarter, he'll continue.
So what's the point? What's the point of playing Deshaun Watson in the second half on Saturday? What's the point of saying all these good things about Shedeur if you ain't going to start him? What's the point of trading Myles Garrett if you still going to keep on looking back and see, because we want to see what Deshaun got? When you already gave him over $200 million. So $40 million ain't much. You a billionaire. What's another $40 million? It's definitely just a play on words. If Deshaun Watson, y'all, don't play on Saturday, then the writing really on the wall. But even if they come out and name Deshaun Watson to start on Monday, a lot of people are going to be upset. A lot of people are going to be talking smack. And a lot of people are going to be looking at the Browns like they the worst organization in the league. Because like we talked about yesterday, chat, and I just want to bring this up again. Chat, I just want to bring this up again. Right? Can we revisit this, chat, from the conversation we had yesterday? Can we talk about some of these players? Because if Shedeur Sanders, if he was really as trash as people say he is, if he was really not like that, why are we giving guys that was potentially projected worse to him? Why are we giving these guys opportunities? How come these guys don't got to switch off reps? They don't got to go back and forth with a veteran. Right? We had this conversation yesterday, Chad. I ain't trying to bring up old news, but I'm just saying. We just talked about this yesterday, did we not, Chad? How come these guys, they getting full runways? Jackson Dart ain't competing with nobody. Tyler Shuck ain't competing with nobody. We was rated than all them boys. Besides Cam, we was rated higher than all them boys. So it begs the question, what we still waiting for? What we still playing for? Because I'm going to bring up this last point before we go ahead and shut it down. In one breath, Deshaun Watson out here doing this. And this is great. It shows that he is an applicable backup quarterback that can make some of the throws. He's an applicable backup quarterback that can make some of the throws. That's what this shows. But then in the next breath, what did this show? When he throwing in this a triple coverage. What does this show? Right? What does this show? Can we wind that one back? Come on, baby. If you can't hit that, what are we talking about? Come on now. So, Tom Munkin, if you're saying all these great things about Shedeur, if you're saying this and that, how come this guy, he ain't got to battle Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. How come this guy? He ain't got a battle with nobody. He ain't got a battle with nobody. He getting a full runway. He getting all the reps with the starters. This guy. He ain't got a battle with nobody. He getting a lot of reps. What about this guy? We outperformed him. Head to head, we put up 350 yards against him, and he ain't do nothing. His team still came away with the dub. But still. These guys who I was drafted with, they getting a full runway. They don't got to split no reps. You said that we'll eventually be a starter. You said that we was ranked higher than some of them other dudes. We won 3 games last year with an atrocious team. How come we can't get the full runway? Because you see, Todd, I need you to come to the front of the congregation. Because you're talking a big game. But we ain't going to start backing it up. When y'all going to put y'all money where y'all mouth is? When is we going to be honest? I'm just asking. When is we going to be honest? Come on, man. Come on, man. When is we going to really have an honest conversation about these AI numbers? When can we really have a strong discussion about it? And chat, we about to get to y'all comments here in a second because we about to talk. Because we going to talk. I promise you that. we going to definitely talk. But if we had 12 interceptions right now in camp, what would they be saying? Just a reminder of how our reps started off. This is what we was doing during practice today. This is what we was doing during practice today. Cleveland was supposedly supposed to take Shedeur Sanders number 2. That's a fact, chat. That's a fact. Even Ty Munkin. Let's hear it again.
Deshaun will still come in the third quarter. Shedeur will play the first half. Dillon will play the fourth quarter. Within reason. If Sean takes the drive into the fourth quarter, he'll continue.
Look, he put in his hand. He like, damn, I just laughed that quick. He like, damn, I hope they don't hold me to that. He like, damn, I know I'm going to change my mind. But Todd, come on, man. When y'all going to stop playing in our face, man? If you playing Deshaun Watson in the second half, I want to see it. If you're going to play Deshaun Watson with the 3s and 4s, just like you did Shedeur Sanders last week, I want to see it. Or you going to change your mind? Are you going to change your mind? Chat. If they want Deshaun, let them play him. Let them go on here, right out there and play him. Let them play him. Let them. They want him to play that much, chat? Let him. Let him. Why not, right? Let him. But chat, Cleveland, y'all gonna stop playing in our face. Y'all gonna stop playing in our face. But we're going to see what happens on Saturday. To be quite honest with you, chat, Shedeur just got to come do his thing. If you want to see if Shedeur tore it up today, go ahead and rewind the clips. Shedeur's heading that thing off a lot today, but he still balled out with what he could do, with what he was directed to do. He still did his thing. But come on now. Come on, man. Shedeur, you just got to go out there and cook, man. You just got to go out there and cook. You just got to go out there and cook. That's it. When it's 4th and 1, when it's 4th and 1 on Saturday, Shedeur, we're going to need you to deliver, man. Just like you did today. Just like you did today. When a game is on the line, Shedeur, we're going to need you to cook. When you get in eventually after they start, they pride and joy Deshaun Watson, we just going to need you to cook. But when it's 4th and 1 like that, you see the 4th and 1. Just like you came through today, we're going to need you to come through again. And again. And again. We need you to prove everybody their mama wrong. So let's hit some last remarks from G. Bush before we get up out of here. G, what else you got to say?
Precision. Don't act like, and I want precision. I want nothing. Tell them listen, ain't no false start here. Ain't no none of that here. Ain't none of this here. Oh, the procedure stuff, don't worry about that. Because the thing that he got that is on display that I'm going to tell everybody and to look at it. The way he able to really make plays downfield is God-given. You can't coach that. I can coach the rest of the stuff. When you get more reps, you get more confidence with some of the stuff. But that thing, that innate ability to sit up in that pocket and look and drop that thing, because the reality of the situation, if you're thinking that the Cleveland Browns going to be a team that's going to punt the ball, play good defense, I'm going to tell you, I thought that might be one of their ways, but they don't got the horses like that.
They don't, because that defense is a little suspect, ain't it, G. Bush? Ain't it?
They don't have the horses like that. Guys is dropping like flies right now. So the best way you can mess with this, and the best way you can get up out of this, and the best way the Cleveland Browns going to be competitive is
talk to him.
You're going to have to put some points on the board. You're going to have to push the football downfield. And guess whose game is equipped for that?
We know who game equipped for that. We know who consistently gonna make the throws. We know who will. We know who gonna layer it every time. This is the Shedeur Sanders. Once again, his best throw today. A dot. A laser. This is what we're going to need 24/7, 7 days a week, every single day. Period. Period. Every day. That's what we need out of you, Shedeur.
2. All that check down stuff is cool today.
Exactly.
But when you need a throw and it's 3rd and 13, when you need something when it's 3rd and 40, when you need something when you're behind the sticks, when you need a little throw, a little extra, a move in the pocket, a little magic here, listen, you can't teach that.
You can't.
And you stay ready. Ain't no you stay already in the mindset you at. See, what they want to do is look at your energy. Look, well, is he going to be sulking? Is he going to be mad? Is he going to be divisive? No, he ain't going to do none of that. All he going to do is continue to grow and cook. That's all you going to.
Oh, we done with YouTube for the day, chat. I ain't going to lie to you. I ain't going to lie to you. I ain't going to lie to you, chat. I ain't going to lie to you. Shedeur today, I'll show you this real quick, chat. This is a highlight from today. And I'm going to show you the whole. I usually don't show you the whole thing. But good third down session for Shedeur Sanders. First play, he draws the Bills off sides. I thought his cadence. I thought he need help with his cadence, y'all. Chat, what'd that say? Good third down session for Shedeur Sanders. First play, he draws the Bills off sides. Oh. I thought he could say, I thought his cadence was bad. Thought his pre-snap was bad. Oh. This play was a pass interference, but it still was a dot. Getting everything set, getting everything ready at the line of scrimmage. Got him off sides. Saw the flags. And you get a PI down the field. Woo! You see all them flags. But I thought, well, Shedeur, you know, the operation. It's the operation. It's a cadence. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Because that's the thing, chat. Every opportunity we get to cook, every chance we get to cook, we will cook. We will cook. So, Shedeur, we're going to need you to stay ready so you won't have to get ready. We're going to need you to stay ready so you won't have to get ready, young man. Period. Period. Good hold up on the offense line. Good basketball. But regardless, chat. Regardless. We gonna see where the cookie crumbles. Because they must forget they gave us the chip on our shoulder. This only gonna make us more hungry. This only gonna make us want it a little more. This only gonna make us work that much harder. So go ahead, throw Deshaun Watson out there. Go ahead, throw Deshaun Watson out there. Go ahead. Go ahead. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. So at the end of the day, all my Shedeur supporters, all the Shedeur fans out there, we're going to continue to hold the wrist up. We're going to continue to be patient. We're going to continue to give everything just a little bit more time. That's all. So we ain't going to trip. We ain't going to trip. We ain't going to sugarcoat it. So we're going to be patient. We're going to let things play itself out. And at the end of the day, at the end of the day, we're going to see where the chips fall. So on Saturday, we going to potentially be out in Cleveland. Maybe I'm just going to surprise and just drop a pregame announcement or pregame update when I'm out there in Cleveland. Guess you're going to have to find out and see. Guess you're going to have to wait and see. But, Chad, we ain't worried. We ain't going to sit. We ain't going to cry. Go on here, trout Deshaun out there if you want to. Go ahead, get Deshaun the first crack at it. He ain't going to make it through the whole season. But this right here, chat, can I show you this? This right here is all we need to see. Is all you need to see. Going through the reads, going to progressors. Going through 1, 2, 3, getting it out. 1, 2, 3, getting it out. Because while everybody doing this, we just continue to get better. We just continue to cook. We just continue to be patient. But Cleveland, you're making a dumb decision. You're making a dumb decision. Because this chip on our shoulder that we already got, it's just getting bigger and bigger. And when it's time to go out there and show what we got to do, chat, we ain't going to trip. We're going to hold the wrist up, and we just going to show the world. But, chat, there you have it. Day 17 of training camp is in the books. Today, the Cleveland Browns took on the Buffalo Bills. And at the end of the day, we saw what's really going on. We understand what's really happening. So, we ain't going to trip. We ain't going to question things. We ain't going to worry about too much. We just going to sit back, be patient, and just wait for our turn. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. We're going to sit, relax, be patient, and just wait for our turn. That's it. That's it. That's it. But when it's time, best believe we're throwing the wrist up. Best believe we're going to go crazy. Best believe we're going to get in our bag. So, chat, once again, don't trip. Let them try Deshaun out there if they want to. But at the end of the day, when it's time to cook, when it's time to go, when it's time to get money, oh, we're going to be ready. We're going to be ready. Period. So, chat, that's all she wrote. Day 17 in the books. Make sure you come back. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow we chilling. Tomorrow we got some sports updates. We're going to talk about how Fernando Mendoza looked tonight. Tomorrow we're going to talk about some other news around the league. Tomorrow we're going to have a little sports talk coming at you. All right. But at the end of the day, y'all just make sure y'all come back come Saturday. Shedeur, just go out there and cook and do what you're supposed to do. Shedeur, just go out there and cook and do what you're supposed to do and do what we know you can do. Period. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We see what's going on. We know what's going on. So, hey, no need to worry. No need to be down. No need to be upset. We're going to be patient. And we're going to wait for our turn. So, chat, before you get up out of here, do me a favor. I need you to hit that like button. Please, chat, before you get up out of here, hit that like button. Hit that like button, chat. I could have got into some more, but ain't no need, man. Ain't no need. I could have got into some more nonsense. Could have got into some more propaganda. But ain't no need. Ain't no need. Shedeur, keep doing your goddamn thing. And when the time come, hey, we gonna come out and cook. Period. So chat, hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more, if you want to hear more. And at the end of the day, I appreciate you. I thank you. Please do me also one more favor. Please make sure you send this to your mama, your daddy, your best friend, friend of another friend, little Johnny, little Timmy, and don't forget about little Susie. Little Susie need these gems too. And don't forget about little Josh, because little Josh just moved across the street from little Susie. And he need these gems too. So chat, as a reminder, please don't be selfish. Don't keep all these gems to yourself, okay? Send these gems to everybody. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. All right? Come on, don't be selfish. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right? Send these gems around to everybody. I thank you for coming back. I thank you for always tuning in. Chat, I appreciate you. I promise you, I really do. But hold on. Should we get to some comments? Can we get some chat comments here, chat? All right, let's go ahead and get into some comments before we get up out of here. I ain't going to do y'all like that. All right, last few comments. Let's see. I ain't going to look at them all. I'm going to look at the last few. All right, they said he played the whole first half, but at this point, I don't believe ish they say, the Texas truth. Xavier said they're looking at the money. They're paying Deshaun. Yeah, it looks like it, even though you already paid him $200 million, so I don't understand what's another $40 million. He already ain't cashed in on a $200 million that y'all paid him. So what's the point if he ain't going to cash in on a 40? It's cool. But some people saying, no, the rookie and the second-year players are starting with Shedeur. Yes, the second-year players are starting with Shedeur. So the rookies, Denzel Boston, Isaiah Bond, hopefully he can go out there and cook with them boys. I pray he do. Shedeur will at least have Boston. Yes, he will. I don't think KC going to play. He might. But I think KC being a secret weapon and showing out as much as he's shown out, they might just let KC chill out. And I wouldn't be mad at that. But Shedeur, whoever you out there with, you got to cook. You got to cook. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. The rookie second-year players are who are the starters with Shedeur, yes. This is SS Super Bowl Saturday. Yes, it's Shedeur Sanders Super Bowl. Yes, you got to go out there and cook, period. You got to shut everybody up in their mama. Facts. I wish they would have Fannin and Bond out there with two. He going to eat. Yeah, they probably ain't going to put Fannin out there. Fannin already been a little injury prone. So Fannin, we really don't need to see any more of him. But if they put him out there for a drive or a series or two, I wouldn't be mad. They put Fannin out there for a drive or two, I would not be mad if they did, chat. I would not be mad. All right. Saturday will be humiliation ritual for Shedeur. I don't know about that. I don't know if I agree with that take, my guy. I don't know, but I guess we'll see. Both of them are playing according to Monken. Yeah. I already said that. I showed y'all that. Monken said that right now, as of right now, Deshaun gonna still play in that third quarter. We already showed it earlier. Right now, Deshaun gonna still play in that third quarter. That's the word on the street. I want to see it with my own two eyes if it happens. Because if he's your starting quarterback, ain't no way. If Deshaun Watson is your starting quarterback, ain't no way in hell you're gonna put him out there with 3s and 4s. Unless he's really not your starting quarterback. Unless it's still really up in the air. Unless you still really giving Shedeur Sanders a real shot at it. So I don't know what to think, chat. Guess we're going to find out Saturday. Guess we're going to find out. All right. So with that being said, any more chats? Anybody got something else to say before we go ahead and get up out of here, chat? Come on. Because regardless, we holding the wrist up, man. Regardless, we're going to be patient. Actually, can I do this real quick? Before we really get up out of here, my bad, chat. I forgot to show this boy some love, this young bull. All right? If you got some comments, you want me to talk to you? Yes, of course I watch the NFL. Come on now, you know that. We got to show this. That's up to that boy Taylor Green, man. And that boy Wallace. That boy Wallace said, I'm trying to make the team. That's up to that boy Taylor Green, though, man. He took advantage of his goddamn reps today, even threw a goddamn touchdown. He took advantage of his reps today, and he even threw a touchdown. Hey, that boy Wallace gonna be nice too. I hope we don't cut that boy Wallace. We need to cut that boy Jerry and keep Wallace and put him in Jerry's spot. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. Not gonna lie to you. But of course we watch the NFL, baby. Come on, Seattle 5th over on Twitch. You know we watch Seattle. Come on now. Come on, man. You already know how we bumming, man. You know we watch the NFL, my guy. But anyway, chat, that might be all she wrote. I thank you. I appreciate you. But chat, man, just remember, man, I just want you to remember, at the end of the day, they can say all they want. They can say all they want. They can say all they want. But even when people say this, right? Because even if we look at this, chat, look at this real quick for me, 2 seconds, chat. Chat, just look at this. Chat, I just want to bring up one more point before we get up out of here. I know I said we was going to get up out of here, but chat, I just want to bring up one more point. Chat, can I bring up one more point, please? Chat, can we talk about this real quick, please? Is that allowed?
As disappointed as I was out of anybody's tape in preseason week 1, I'd say number one, Cam's played enough football in the league already to have cleaner eyes. This is a sale concept up top when he gets that safety at the bottom of the screen.
So it's somebody other than Shedeur who's struggling. It's somebody other than Shedeur who was drafted first overall, who's played dang near. I ain't going to say he didn't play bad, but the boy ain't played good. I ain't going to say he didn't play bad, chat, but the boy ain't looked that good. So Shedeur can struggle. He can have some mistakes. But Cam Ward get all the freedom in the world. Jackson Dart get all the freedom in the world. Tyler Shuck get all the freedom in the world. Oh, okay.
To rotate and those defenders lift, this should be an easy throw to that corner flattened. Instead, it's a scramble, and I think he gets 1 yard on this. Cleaner eyes, that ball should go there 100 out of 100 times. Number two, no easy misses.
No easy
misses.
It's
hard in this league to play quarterback. This is an RPO that nickel fires. That means throw the bubble. He's wide open. This is Wan'Dale Robinson. That's an easy throw. You can't miss this. The third one, are we being competitive or careless? The defense has won the rep here. Everybody's covered. Competitive or careless? Because careless, hold on to the football, run backwards, try to float the ball away. That's a...
Hold on. Run backwards, try to throw the ball away. Who was they said that was running backwards? Chad, can you pull up a clip? When the last time we went backwards? Oh, okay. Hey, Chad, when the last time we went backwards? No offense to Cam. I love Cam. But when the last time we ran backwards?
Intentional grounding penalty. It's preseason. I'm not.
So if it's preseason, how's preseason for Cam Ward, for Tyler Shuck, for Jackson Dart? They can make mistakes, but we throw one interception. The sky's falling. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Not overreacting.
Y'all not overreacting. So you ain't going to overreact to Cam, but you going to overreact to us? And that little thing we do?
But you do want to see much improved play in week 2 from Cam Ward to at least spring this offense into the regular season. Because if he takes a step, Tennessee's going to be
what? Not good. So at the end of the day, chat, we know how they calling it. They hold us at this kind of pedestal up there. They say every little thing that they want about us. But when it comes to everybody else, when it comes to the other side, when it comes to them over there, we don't get that same luxury, huh? That's the first overall pick they just said. They were just showing. Ward doesn't look like he's been developed at all. Hey, got time today? I second that. I second that. That boy don't look like he getting developed, not a lick. Come on, man. Come on, man. The goalposts keep on moving for Shedeur, chat. But we know that. The goalposts are all the way in China right now, chat. The goalposts are all the way in China right now, chat. It is. It is. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Once again, though, we're holding the wrist up all day, chat. We holding the wrist up all day. We holding the wrist up all day. Period. Period. But it's cool. I can't do nothing but smile, chat, because I know what's in store. I know what's coming. I know what's coming. I know what's coming. But anyway, holding the wrist up, chat. All right, we finna go ahead and get up out of here. All right, we finna go ahead and get up out of here. All right, we finna go ahead and get up out of here. SO to Shedeur Sanders throwing 2 touchdowns today. SO to Deshaun Watson throwing a TD today. But can't have. And when I say can't, we can't have. No nonsense. No nonsense. The new Cleveland movement is here. This need to be. This right here, chat, this right here, this is what we need to see that first week. This is what we need to see that first week. This is what we need to see that first week. This is the first team offense. We ain't going to see it versus Jacksonville. We ain't going to get what we want. That's understood. And that's okay. And that's all right. But you want to know why we ain't going to see it? You don't want to know why we ain't going to see it, chat? You don't want to know why we ain't going to see it, chat? Before we get up out of here, you want to know why we ain't going to see this picture? Because this is what they really want. My bad. This is what they really want, chat. They want a guy who out here, who throws it, and they in the triple coverage. This is what they want, chat. This is what they want, chat. I couldn't tell you the last time we threw an interception was Saturday. The last time we threw an interception was Saturday versus the Chicago Bears. Deshaun done threw an interception damn near every day since then. I'm just saying the obvious. I'm just saying. Because not only is it a defender underneath right here, he could have hit him, right? Defender underneath. Corner got this covered. Safety, damn near would have picked it right there. But we're going to let it sit. We're going to let it ride. But Cleveland, whenever you want to flip the page, Cleveland, whenever you want to hold up the wrist, Cleveland, whenever you want to hold up the wrist, we'll be waiting. Shedeur is getting clowned for his check downs. Yeah, we debunked that already. You're a little late to the party, my guy. Shedeur getting clowned for his check downs. Guess what? You're a little late to the party, my guy. I'm sorry. You're a little late. Just a little bit. You're just a little late to the party. It'd be like that. He getting clowned for his check downs, but we know who was really checking it down. But that's neither here nor there. But Cleveland, whenever you're ready for this, let me know. Let me know. But once again, chat, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that follow button. I appreciate you. I thank you so much. All right, that's all she wrote for today. All right, I appreciate the love. I appreciate y'all always for coming back and tuning in. And always, always showing love. I truly do. God bless you. Continue to grind. Continue to work for the things that you want in your personal life. And please make sure you send this to everybody you know. Once again, your mama, your daddy, your best friend of another friend. I would appreciate it. And please make sure before you get up out of here, hit that like button for me. All right? Hit that like button for me. But we'll be back tomorrow. We'll actually potentially be back tonight for Nolan Wells update. If you know anything about that Nolan Wells case, we might be back later on tonight. If you want to tune in, feel free. If not, I understand. All right, Nolan Wells update coming at you tonight, potentially. Tomorrow, Sports Talk, updating you about training camps going on around the league. All right, some fights going around the league and some of these joint practices. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about the NFL and talking about a little bit of everything. All right, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But anyway, regardless, chat, much love as always. I appreciate you. I thank you. Much, much love. All right, much, much love, chat. I truly, truly, truly do appreciate you. I truly, truly am thankful for you. We're going to continue to talk. We're going to continue to have this conversation. Just make sure you tune back in Saturday because we're going to be right here. We're going to be right here. And we're going to be talking about it all. All right? Wrist up, baby. Wrist up. SO to SO to you. And make sure you always continue to come back for more and more. Because, baby, we crawling. But we just about to start walking here soon. All right? So, chat, with that being said, guess what? We for real out this side. All right? So, see you soon. All right? SO to the Golden Gems podcast. As you know, this is where you get all the gems. So, keep on coming back for more. And guess what? We'll be back. All right? Deuces. See you soon, though. Thank you. That we out. That's up to you. Coming back. Always sure.
Hey, we loud now, really.